So, not to interrupt, but the microphone wasn't working in my synopsis. So, basically what the fuck happened is the party was on the ship, made quick distinctions to get better state in the room, cleaned it, Lark off into tight in the bottom, then the pirates appeared, and the group is now huddled in Mars in his room.
I love that you have to specify that again.
It was important.
It was.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to get that before it was too late. And Mara Senna is complaining that people are in her room.
Well, okay, that clears a lot up for me. I'm fine with that. Very well then.
I still stand by. Pardon?
They thought so.
I still believe that probably best to just try to stay out of the way and stay down for as long as we can. Fair? No, being a hero here.
I'm not getting into this nonsense. I need to get home in one piece.
This is a fair point. I like it. Okay.
But if they do happen to come in here, do not forget that protecting me is your job.
Yes, I'm aware of it.
Very good. Who is it now?
It's Bronzo. Hello.
What do you want?
I wanted to let you know, in case you weren't aware, that Pyris is quite dangerous. She is the reason that my brother has 2 peg legs. I would want to avoid her. She's very good at deflecting attacks, and her weapon seems to be able to pierce armor.
I'm going to eat her.
If you guys think you can take her, you can take her, but just so you know...
Is it common practice to have the people on board, the passengers, who have paid you good money, protect your ships?
You did it to another ship.
I didn't do anything. I was asleep that
To
day.
be fair, the ship had to be dried out for repairs.
Yes, that's pretty, never mind.
Are you saying that you've dealt with them before then?
Well, usually when the No Mercies show up, we try and hide the valuable crew. We usually put out some things for them to take, hoping that they'll find that in our minor smuggle station, but then we'll hide the valuable people within. Is there any one of you who is particularly targeted or valuable?
I, for one, am quite valuable, thank you very much.
I can hide 2 people.
I, for one, am quite targeted.
Wait, no.
You, for one, are my bodyguard, and you will go out there and you will protect me with everything you have.
I have to protect your body. I have to stay with you.
Fine, I will just stay in this room. I will stay in this room, and if they need support,
Let me eat her.
I will play my harp from here. How does that sound?
So it sounds like there's you want to hide, and the blue one wants to hide, and you want to hide, so you have to choose two.
No, it's fine. If these folk are staying, then I will stay, but I will not leave this room.
We would like to hide.
We, meaning...
The small one and me.
I would like to fight.
They said they would like to fight.
Ah, okay. Well, alright, well,
But I have been told that is bad.
So they start pulling the oh my gosh. The bathtub. They pull the copper tub, and you see them lift a trapdoor. Get in!
I thought they were gonna dissolve our bodies in that copper tub. Oh, they'll hide you real good.
And if you have anything that you want them just to, like, take as a distraction, like, we have another hidey hole. But if they don't find anything of value, they're probably gonna look for you.
Good luck, Bezamine. I'll
After
be
you.
rooting for you.
After you, princess.
Alright. I don't want to be cramped in this hole with this idiot, but I will do it.
Okay! And he shuts the lid on top of you guys, which is very tight. A little wet. There's sloshings from your back that dripped into the floorboards, and you kind of feel your shoes squish.
I'm gonna prestidigitate the moisture out of there.
So you hear a
Bling!
underneath, and the copper,
Dang, 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 dang.
and the copper tub is slid on top of you again.
Oh, this is uncomfortable.
I've been in worse
I
situations.
very much do not enjoy this.
So you two, what do you want to do?
I want to destroy her.
Okay, well, we want to avoid fighting Pyris if we can. It's for the best interest of everyone on board.
Then where somewhere I can be out of sight but useful should she decide to do something stupid.
The crow's nest. If you can
I will
sneak
be
up there.
And I go out to the crow's nest.
Alright, you should probably sneak so she doesn't see you.
March right out there, Bezamine. Just
I
kidding.
don't think-
I'm kidding.
It's not the greatest roll, but it's not bad. Where's my feet?
If you want to put the speaker between us, it's not going to be so loud right next to you. Yeah. Just a thought. Just so it's not blaring right in your eardrums.
Okay, 17.
Okay, so you throw up your hood and then you crawl up the crow's nest. I'm not gonna make you make an athletics check because I figure you've climbed a rope before.
No.
I've also been up to the crow's nest before.
And you can still climb, you're not inebriated. Mandelion, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go see my mule.
Alright, so you head
And
downstairs.
see if I have anything there that we could put out for the evil pirate.
Okay, so you make it to Dolores and you have your character sheets.
I do.
I do.
I'm trying to see what I might have, but worth stealing.
I know offhand you have your spyglass.
I do, but I want to keep that. I also have that black opal. But maybe I want to keep that too. I leave out my really nice table setting.
Okay.
I have one really nice table setting I took from somewhere.
Are you
I'll leave that.
do you have everything on you or are you leaving it?
Oh, I have everything on me.
Okay.
I don't trust other people with my shit.
Okay, because you've been on the ship for a while, so you haven't left anything in your room?
No. I don't think I completely grasped the concept of being able to do that.
Okay. So you're crammed up in the crow's nest with all your stuff. Perlin kind of Bezamine?
Yes?
You know we'd have more room if you didn't have your backpack on.
Keep it.
Is that comfortable?
It is okay.
And you can fight with that on?
I have in the past.
Okay. Well, you
I've
do
done a
you.
lot of fighting with that on.
Okay. Well, from there. That's fine. As he kind of like squishes further into part of the crow's nest to give your backpack room. Alright. So as the only person within view, actually, Mandalorian, did you just find anything else that you want to, like, keep on you for purposes?
Anything else to keep on me?
Yeah, because you wanted to find stuff you could give to the pirates.
Oh, I mean, I could give him the spyglass, I guess. I stole it from him.
I forgot about that.
I wouldn't give it to him if you stole it from them. I know, then they're gonna be like, wait a minute.
Regifting is not a nice thing to do.
You know, I used to have a spyglass just like this. Only mine had my initials on it. Oh my god. I'm gonna grab the black opal. Ooh, that's black opal.
Alright.
I don't care. I don't want to be in a fight.
Okay. So at this point, you see that the ship is pulled up, and Pyris is visible. At the front of the ship is... They pull up next to you. Well, ahoy there! The slippery bottom, we meet again. And you see, Jan, with his double peg legs, just kind of lean up against the central mast. Welcome aboard, Pyris. It's so good to see you again. Oh, the legs are fine, don't you worry about it. Nothing's stressed out here. And as they go on board, and we'd love to see your manifest as we start ransacking your ship if you don't mind.
Wow, they're so civil. They're so
They've been
organized.
through this before.
And
Oh, yeah.
you watch as the boarding boards fall onto the edge of the ship. And several pirates climb aboard, probably 3 or 4 of them, and then, Mandalorian, are you staying down below, or are you working your way upstairs?
I guess I'm working my way up with the opal.
Alright.
I assume.
So you two hiding don't hear any of this. But
I was
Bazeman...
actually gonna say, am I within the distance to have message? Like, it's 100 feet plus 10 feet per level?
It would be close. You could certainly try.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to continually message Bazeman, but not say anything.
Okay.
Maybe just like...
Alright, so Bazeman, you hear breathing.
Occasionally hearing breathing. But I'm just trying to, like, just try to hear...
You're getting
kind of.
bits and pieces of
Okay,
this conversation.
cool. Awesome.
I look over to what's his bucket and I just go...
So you're shh. Alright. And Pyris takes the manifest. Ah. I recognize names on here.
Oh, God.
Why'd he give her the manifest, the moron?
Where is Larking Jay?
Do we hear this in a
Yes.
hidey hole? Oh, it looks like somebody's looking for you.
And you're hearing this conversation, Bay. It looks like someone's looking for
Well,
you.
we're whispering.
Yeah.
We're like...
While whispering, it's a very common name. I don't know why people would keep asking for it. Coincidental? I don't know.
Just, she takes out her rapier, and you watch as there's this glowing light for the blade, and she just kind of sticks it onto the board of the ship. I will tear this place apart for Larking Jay. I have no idea. He never boarded the ship. I have to roll insight and bluff.
Lie to yourself. Lie to yourself better.
Lie to yourself.
Really?
Lie to yourself
He
better.
wouldn't get on board. Just, he kind of steps back. I'm just telling it like I see it, ma'am.
Wow, that was so convincing.
And he starts... Pyris just kind of waves to the rest of her crew. Tear apart the ship, see what we can find. And Mandalorian, you come up the stairs having heard all this. And there's a sailor that comes right up to you. Excuse me, ma'am.
a sailor or a pirate?
A pirate, pardon me. Excuse me, ma'am, I'm supposed to rob you?
Why are they so polite?
Such classy pirates.
They're classy pirates.
Oh, little lady like me, would you?
I'm sorry, ma'am, I really have to rob you. Do you have anything of value? If you give me something good, I don't have to search you.
Well, I don't have much, but I do have this little old opal that
Oh.
Well, you know what? Oh, thank you. You know what? Why don't you just take a seat on the deck and I'll say I searched you.
Oh, thank you, kind sir.
Thank you for making this such a pleasant experience. Usually this doesn't end so well.
Would you mind filling out this survey on how was I?
Calling you about a car insurance policy you don't own.
So, Bezamine, you watch as there's a pirate climbing up the ship, up the mast towards you. And the pirate...
My hand tightens on my sword.
The pirate's head pops up. Excuse me, I have to rob you now. Just because we... What was that?
Are you sure you would like to?
I have to. I may not have to be merciful, but I can be polite about it.
Do you want to try this again?
Can I please have some money?
Excuse me, please, and thank you.
Oh, did we lose?
Oh, hold on.
Hang on, guys. We're gonna go on a brief break for some technical issues. One moment.
Why are you being stupid?
Can I please have some money so I can get down and not have to rob as many people?
Oh, so it's coming from
why
a
would
place of
I give you
laziness.
money?
Because I have to rob you and we're pirates.
Yes, but I am a murderer, so do you want to try again?
Pyris, this blue person up here doesn't want to give us money.
Well, now we're fucked. Either.
Blue person? The stupid one?
Oh, fuck. It is fucking on now.
Here we fucking go. Where's
Ding,
my
ding.
spell?
Come down here, darling.
Slink away. Here's the deal. I would like nothing more than to kill your captain, rip out her heart, and eat it in front of all of you, but I've been told this is not very good.
I would
So
not
what I
like
shall
that.
instead- So what I shall do instead...
Okay, just to clarify, are you speaking to the pirate or Pyris?
To the pirate,
Okay.
specifically. So what I shall do instead is... Hold on, I had it and my phone went dark. This is what happens when it's not a sheet of paper. So what I shall do instead is I shall give you Say 15 platinum. You tell the bitch I gave you 5, and you do not mention it was me.
Ooh.
Based.
Roll influence with advantage.
Oh fuck. Oh god. The first roll was a 5, but the second was a 16! So
Oh, yikes.
influence is not good. I have no charisma.
Sorry. Move my camera a little bit.
So I got a 15.
Okay.
My influence is negative.
He takes the money. I was wrong. They're just bruised. I did get the money. And he starts climbing down the ship.
Good.
And then Perlin looks over to you as he gives 5 gold to the man. So you don't like Pyris, do you?
No, I will be the cause of her death.
All right.
And I will be sure that she does not turn blue.
So Pyris at this point. Okay. So Pyris at this point looks straight at Mandalion and kind of like saunters up. Excuse me. I recognize you.
Fuck.
I give him money.
Wait, who is this again?
This is Pyris, the pirate one that Bay wants to kill.
Oh, okay. I just have one of those faces.
Roll influence.
Ah. Okay, so wait, what is that? That's 13. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of influence. 13 plus 8, 21.
Do you by chance know a larking jay?
I do not. No.
Roll influence.
Oh no!
It's just
Does
gonna ask you about
anyone really know lurking?
That's
No.
true, that's true.
Oh, damn it. 14.
Alright, so your voice cracks a little bit. No.
Ow.
Did Larking Jay get on this ship?
Excuse me. A little dusty on the ship.
As it's sparkling clean.
Because we've been cleaning it all day.
Non-stop for like several days.
Has he gotten on this ship?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm here with my close special friend Harry, and we're taking a little getaway. So I really haven't been paying attention to the other passengers.
Roll influence for the last time.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
Harry leans in and gives a... So Harry leans in and gives you a kiss. Just to set the deal.
Yeah.
Which is reminiscent of the kiss that you, in quality, that you shared at the end of the night on your own.
Okay.
That's not like the other one.
It wasn't the horse kiss, this was the whore kiss.
Why is that
Oh,
dead?
dear.
Why is that dying fish kissing that man?
Who is Mara Sena Sarangena?
a whore.
Did you actually say that?
Do it.
No, that was me, and I was making a joke, and I forgot that I didn't turn the mute on. Like, it was just a joke.
It's all
You
good.
know, that was a funny answer.
Hey man, she is what she is.
I'm...
So,
You're not
Are you
wrong.
Dandelion?
Yes, just looking at the manifest.
Oh, who Maricena Saragena is?
Yes.
Well, I like I said, we just really haven't been paying attention to any of the other passengers. You might ask, one of the more social people, one of the people on the boat.
Who would you recommend?
Larkin J.
I don't know any of them. I'm trying to tell you.
Lucky day.
I only have eyes for Harry.
Harry, who would you recommend?
Lie, Harry.
You fucking failure!
I don't know. I like this one a lot, and I haven't looked at anyone else.
Ah.
He's not the smartest, but he's got a heart of gold.
And apparently a good kisser. You watch as she stabs him in the foot as they walk by.
Oh shit!
And Harry just... Ah!
How much damage does he
Oh,
take?
Harry!
So, he takes...
The Vorpal blade. She rolled a critical. His head pops off.
Through his foot. Just
Through his foot.
It wasn't an actual attack, it was just a stab.
a little
But
jab.
it wasn't
little
like...
jab, little
So,
jab.
4 points of damage.
Look at how huge the stunner is.
And,
Sorry.
and Harry just... Ow! And like...
Oh, Harry.
And you hear as she walks into the captain's quarters, and you hear this, like, walking cane, like... And she grabs some stuff, and she goes into the first mate's quarters, and you hear the door open.
If I hear footsteps above me,
Which you do.
if I hear pulling of the tub,
Mhm.
dragging, I'm going to get shocking grasp ready.
Okay. Locking J.
I'm gonna prepare Haunted Fae aspect for as soon as that thing pops open.
She hits the tub. Ding, ding, and it kind of resonates through the floor, which, Bay, you hear this resonating. Are you in here? There's a pile of coins underneath this tub, which I can very easily see. And I would assume that is not you, because you would be paying debts owed. Am I right?
You owe money to this hoe?
You're a fucking bastard!
You're an...
I don't say that. This is Danicka
Yeah.
saying this to... Yeah.
You
Next to
realize...
this shocking energy,
Yeah, there's just a crackling.
I'm getting ready to be my spookiest, like, jack-in-the-box, freaky, scary little gnome person if she opens it.
You hear a... And the room starts to fill with water as it starts to pool into the space beneath.
Okay,
And you hear...
Okay. What's happening down below? Is it actually dripping in yet?
Yes,
Or...
it is starting to drip in. There's a torrent of water.
Okay.
Which, Baysmean, you heard this too. Mandelion, you kind of hear the water flooding.
Okay. I should have been with you. I have air bubbles today.
Okay. How long do we hear her up there? Is she just...
You can't hear anything over the sound of the water.
Okay. How long does this go on for?
It's continuing to happen, so the water's starting... It has now reached your hips. And
Okay.
just slowly working its way up.
Okay, I would like to
Are we sitting down?
work, like,
You're
in
you're
still.
you're kind of hunched. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
put
okay,
my scarf over my face
Okay.
and just as quietly as I can muster, just Blueberry, distractor, please! Please, distractor, Blueberry!
So, Meg, you hear Blueberry distractor, please.
Do we want to start some shit?
That was good.
Thank you.
Didn't even think
I don't
about it.
know, the thing is filling up with water, okay?
We're getting drowned if we can't get out of
Yeah,
this.
we're gonna get fucking drowned.
We can't get out of this.
I
We just
stand
can't
up.
come on top of it.
Okay.
God, this is such a bad idea. We'll do it. You've done it, and it's not stopping me. So I'm gonna stand up, and call her name off the crow's nest.
Alright, so you yell anything just...
Pyris!
And you hear the stopping of a bottle. What?
Pyris!
My little blue friend! And the water's now up to your chest, but has stopped.
We're going to drown if we can't get out, and we can't get out unless somebody knows this.
Obviously, that's why I asked Blueberry Dad, help us!
Ask one of the others.
I start climbing down the crow's nest.
It stopped you, buffoon.
Well, we need somebody to move this tub off of us.
So...
Wait till she leaves, bastard!
So, give me a second, I'll get back to you two. So Pyris now stands with her, like, brilliant blade looking up at you as you climb down. You were the one who, threatened to kill me, right? And take my coat?
Hello.
I, was interested to find that there was a Bazamine on this ship.
Is the one and only?
And she looks over to the pirate. And this one told me that, it wasn't you on the ship?
You should get better, guys. They're easily grabbable.
And you watch as she takes her blade and stabs it into the pirate, and he collapses to the ground. And she shakes the blood off.
What? I would like my money back.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't do that. But, you know, piracy and all, you'll learn.
So she left our room, right?
Yes. And the water is no longer... there's just dripping, but it's not filling.
Okay.
We have to get out of here.
I would like to try and... How strong are you?
Very strong.
Excellent. So we're going to make a strength check to try and get out
I'll
from
assist.
under this.
Alright, so roll to assist.
13!
Yeah!
Alright, so +2.
Don't fuck it
Is
up!
it a strength check?
Yes. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you athletics.
Oh, boy.
Shit.
Don't have any
I'm gonna
athletics.
disappear for about 30 seconds. I got somebody at the door who needs their face masks.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was a 6.
Yeah, we got a 6. If I got to roll, if it was a strength check, it would be 6.
I'm probably actually like making it worse.
You're thinking that if you push up, you can try again.
As this progresses.
Yes. So you get 2 tries.
Assist. 11.
20.
It shifts a little bit. It doesn't move all the way. You feel like if you keep rocking it, you can probably get it.
Okay, we're gonna keep doing that.
So, Mandeline, are you doing anything during this?
She's muted herself. Oh, maybe. I think you're muted, darling.
There we go.
There we go. Sorry.
You're fine.
I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna kind of, let's see.
Just
I'm
casually.
on the deck with Pyris, right?
And Harry. And you
And
see
Harry.
Bay is working their way down.
I'm gonna kind of like try to get Harry sort of a little bit behind me, and then kind of get out of Pyris's line of sight,
Okay?
if that makes sense.
Sure, so you move behind, so you're moving you and Harry out of Pierce's line of sight, yes?
Yeah. So we're just kind of like, all right, let's just scooch back here.
Are you moving towards, like, Lark and Marasena's room?
When did this become his room? Just kidding.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I don't know. Where are we exactly?
You're on the deck of the ship. You could either go back down, you could you could move towards one of the cannons. It's kind of open.
Okay. I just want to get to where I'm kind of getting behind Pyris.
Okay.
Not directly. You understand?
I would like you to roll stealth for me.
I'm not stealthing though. I'm just walking.
You're trying to sneak.
What is that? I can't see it. 13. Plus 2. 15.
Alright, so you feel like you're sneaking.
Uh-oh.
And Harry feels like he is sneaking next to you. You
You
can't
know
hear
this
the music
song.
playing, but it's the sneaky music. So, Bazamine, you are climbing down and Pierce is looking up at you. So do you have something to say to me, or are you interested in joining this merry band?
I say nothing until I hit the deck of the ship.
Okay, she waits.
I turn around and I walk right up to her. I'm talking face to fucking face.
She does not seem phased as you move up.
I will never join you. Not in this life or any that follow. And may your soul burn.
Why?
For all that you have committed.
I have done nothing wrong. I have taken what is rightfully mine as
No,
reparations.
it's my money, rightfully yours. How was any of the things you stole from this ship rightfully yours?
I feel like we're not close enough for me to tell you.
No, you cannot answer because it is not. It is a simple question. Answer me that and I will listen.
I was a slave. And,
I did not enslave you.
well,
Those on the ship.
those on the ship led to my enslavement indirectly. It's a very long, arduous process to describe, but
Directly.
it involves
Directly.
aboleths. Sorry, we can't talk at the same time. What was that?
Who on this ship led to your enslavement?
It would be the aboleths below the ship.
So it's not our fucking fault.
So I would like you to roll perception. And then knowledge, and then society.
Oh, God. Sorry, I have to click off my style for a second.
You're fine.
To just fucking fail. Perception. 14.
Okay.
Society. Oh, that's a good roll. Where's my society? 21.
You notice that there are 6 gill slits on her neck. 3 on each side, and you know the history of Gilman, which were a society whose homeland was destroyed by aboleths and enslaved.
I am sorry for your plight, but not for your actions.
Fair.
You think that taking what you want is fair to you. It is not fair to the others.
The more I take, the more I can free my brothers and sisters.
Who needs freeing?
The rest of the Gilmen?
They are still there?
Great many, yes.
Who is holding them?
The aboleths.
Okay, yes, I get that much. You are repeating the same words.
Can we have an inch more between us, please?
Am I making you uncomfortable?
Your breath is sickly sweet.
It is because I have not tasted the tang of blood in a long time.
Oh, shit.
Are you threatening me?
I have not yet decided.
Will you honor my request?
Which one?
Just give us an extra inch.
Very well. But a request for a request, I will make it small.
Okay.
I would like my money back.
If I give you an inch, you'll take a mile.
She kind of snaps, and someone bends down and gives you 5 platinum.
That is fair. Your man is bribable. You think I only gave him 5. But, to be fair, that is what he told you. I will give you your inch.
And as you step back, you guys in the other room can make another strength check to move the tub.
Okay, not you.
Heave! Nope, I don't help.
15.
It moves again, and you hear kind of this.
I think
Pyris
we're
kind
making
of
progress.
looks back towards the room.
I think we're making progress.
I think so. Just keep pushing.
Mockingjay?
How does she
Huh?
specifically know where
No,
the
I am
fuck
very-
you are?
She There's message still going on. She's an
No,
intuition. Oh.
I've cut it.
Oh, when did you do that?
I'm sorry, I should have specified. But I assumed since we were trying to push the thing open, I stopped.
Okay.
And we wouldn't be doing that if we...
Okay, so I'll give you that one.
Okay. I mean, fuck, I'll give you a coin for it. I don't even care. Here, take it.
Okay. I don't know what that squeaky noise is, but it's obnoxious. It should stop.
Well, that is what I think of you, but you have not yet.
Rude. Noted.
True. You've
So,
tried to kill me and my friends multiple times. Why should I be kind to you?
I don't wish to kill you. You just happen to be getting in my way whenever there's things I want. At this point, it's Larkinjay, and unless you're friends with Larkinjay.
Who?
Larkinjay, beard, accent,
I have no friends by that name.
money hungry.
I have no friends by that name.
Do you know anyone by that name?
I may have met one, yes.
Are they here on this ship?
Why on earth would I tell you? Whether they were here, or more specifically, where they were?
Because
Why would I help you in any way?
a request for a request.
Very well. I'll tell you where I think they are. If you leave.
Ah, see, that's not a fair thing. Questions are not actions.
Very well. Then we seem to be at an impasse, because the only things that I want is your coat and you to leave.
And you see her flip down a pair of goggles. I would like those crowns that are in your backpack.
Oh, but you will not be getting those.
Oh, I think I will.
Oh, no, you won't, because I will tear your heart out before I will let you have them.
You guys make another strength check.
Ah!
18.
2. So,
Oh, wow.
2.
Alright. You slam your shoulder up against it, but it doesn't quite give way. Mandeline, are you doing anything
that
hearing this
hurts.
conversation?
You broke up there, what?
Are you doing anything in this conversation after she said she was going to take the crowns from Bay?
I don't know. No. Not yet.
Okay. Bezamine.
I will hunt you with every face I have and every ounce of strength until the end of this world if you try and take these crowns from me.
So a duel then is what we're saying?
I don't know. I don't know if I would find that fair.
What would make it fair?
You seem to know my powers, and yet I know very little of yours. So you know how to anticipate where I do not. Why would I accept a duel?
I figure this weapon, and she kind of flips this rapier around on her fingers, would be more than enough to show you what I can do.
No. It isn't. Why? Because there are many that control magic and deep hidden powers. There are many that can change their form or their face. They can influence your mind. I do not know your powers, but you seem to know mine.
All I know is you seem to turn into some sort of weird bird.
It is not a bird, but I understand that your puny brain has never encountered something so complex.
Well, if you're afraid to fight me...
I never said I was afraid. I just asked how I knew it would be fair.
It'll just be... me and... oh, choose someone else to assist you. Just pick a friend. Preferably, you know, Larkinjay.
Are you suggesting a 2-on-2 or a proper duel with a second?
I'll leave it up to you. How many people you think you need to defeat me?
With my prior knowledge of her, how tough do I think she is?
Very.
Very tough.
You,
It's like John Wick. I've seen her kill somebody with his pencil, kind of tough, or like.
no, it's more of like
she's pretty.
you know her weapon and you know her skill with her weapon. You
Pretty
think
rough.
it would be close with all of you,
That's right.
but it's not undoable.
That's right.
But you definitely want to not get close.
Yeah, rather not.
You can make a strength check.
Ha! Natural one.
Boom! The tub falls over.
I helped.
22.
And you flipped the whole entry over. The door is slightly ajar, and you see Pyris and Bay face to face.
I'm gonna cast Obscuring Mist.
Alright. Obscuring it.
Stab her! Stab her now!
Go for the jugular!
Alright, give me a second, because you have technically the surprise round. Obscuring Mist.
They started it. I didn't.
Is that what you're saying in that conversation?
No. It's actually going through my head.
Okay, so I guess I'll...
Guns blazing!
You guys are in the room. Where's Lark? Oh, that's right, we don't have a Lark. You are...
Not yet.
Sorry.
It's okay.
And Harry. And... I draw something wrong.
Although we could print one of those little faces of Lark
Yes.
onto one of those very soon. Because you have his portrait.
And Pyris. Oh, well.
Ha! Not that one. Oh.
There we go. And Pyris. And pirate buddies.
Brothers. We're gonna fucking die today, boys. It was nice knowing all of you.
And your piratey friends. Your sailor friends.
Sailor friends. Sailor scouts. Sorry.
They're all just Sailor Scouts.
They're all
Alright.
just Sailor Scouts.
So, you have cast Obscuring Mist, I'm assuming, on Pyris.
No, it's a 20-foot radius around me.
Alright.
Okay.
As soon as that happens,
Oh, wait.
as soon as she's obscured,
I was under the impression that she was right close to us. Because she
Well, I
was
mean, yes,
just
but as soon
outside.
as the
Yeah,
mist
but
starts,
she went out to the crow's nest where Bazamine is.
Okay.
So,
I walked
quite a ways
around.
away, yeah.
I wouldn't have cast that one then if I knew she was real close to me. Not real close to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you do anything then? Because that'll
We
absolutely
could probably just look through the window. You
I'm
know.
assuming that loud bang of the
Yes.
really, really loud, right?
Yes. It's a copper tub falling over.
Then I am going to cast Enlarge Person on Basin.
Okay. You can do that at a distance.
Not just a touch.
It doesn't say it's a touch spell.
Does it have a distance?
Range.
Yeah.
Range
25 feet plus 5 feet for 2 of us.
Alright.
30 feet away. Is that not? No, they're not close enough for that either.
Let's see, your level. So you're 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, still not.
Ew.
I guess I won't cast a spell then.
Alright, so there's a bang.
Yeah.
Pyris looks behind her at Maricena and Lark's face.
I will take out my harp and prepare Fascinate.
Did you
I hold up my hand at them for just a second and look dead at her.
Can they see me?
I'm just preparing it. I'm not casting it, or I'm not using it yet.
Is this like an
Yeah,
open
I'm
door
holding
they
my
can
hand.
see us?
It's cracked.
Okay, so they can't see us yet.
What was that?
Oh, I thought Cooper was speaking, so I stopped speaking.
If they can see us, that determines what we're doing.
No,
They can't see
the
us.
door is cracked.
Okay.
Okay, then I won't hold up my hand. I look at her and go, why are you so interested in this man?
He owes me a lot of money and really pissed me off.
Well, that is fair. That is a good reason to be looking for someone. But why do you lend money if you steal it?
Interest.
What is interesting?
They owe me interest on the money.
Why are they interested in the money?
She snaps and pirates start moving towards... Oh, I forgot to draw the boards.
Yeah, you did. Oh, are those squares cannons?
Yes.
Okay.
Pirates kind of run over to the door. So they run past you and Harry Mandalorian. Would you like to do anything to that pirate?
Oh, why are you making me make this call?
I'm not making you do anything.
He's offering it to you.
He's offering it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to start shit?
I really don't want to start shit, no.
We're going to be fighting them.
I know, but I don't want to be fucking starting it.
Okay.
Can I trip him?
Yeah, make a combat maneuver. So roll a d20 and add your CMB, which is in the middle of the first page.
This is no good at all. That would be... Hold on. That would be 7.
A total of 7?
A total of 7.
Oof.
You don't even catch his legs. You kind of stick it out after him, and he opens the door. And
As soon as we see him, I want to start Fascinate.
All right, what does he have to make a will save?
16 is the DC.
It's a will save, yes?
Yes, and I'm just gonna sing, hello baby, you don't want to mess with us. Oh hello baby, oh hello baby.
Just-
Hello baby,
And you hear
don't
Pyris.
even know us.
What is it?
Does she know within 90 feet of me? Can she hear me?
Yes.
If she can, then she also.
Oh,
needs
so
to-
everyone
yeah,
has to make a
everyone
will
has to
save.
make a will. Everyone who's within 90 feet of us.
All right, so all of
Yes.
you need to make will
Yes.
saves.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, nice.
Oh,
You already beat it.
Yes. Oh, hell yes.
You guys just have to beat will save of 16. So you got an 18,
What is
so you're
will
fine.
save?
Yeah, so
You have to
16.
beat 16.
How about 22?
Roll.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
you have to roll and add your will save. Left side near the top, saving throws.
Is it the middle? What's that section that says saving throws? That section that says saving throws? It's at the bottom.
I got it right here. I have. Wait, that's a negative or a positive?
That's an important thing.
I think it's a positive. No. Yes. 22.
Okay, everybody safe. You guys are safe.
The pirates and sailors do not make their save, but Pyris does.
Fuck her.
And just
God damn it. Of course she's gonna be like way super
Harry
strong.
makes his save as well.
Great.
Pyris turns around and starts walking,
Okay, you fucking idiot. Go!
Vanish.
which is like invisibility, right?
For
Hello,
6 seconds, or
baby.
1 round per level for 18 seconds.
You woke me up from a nap, and I'm frustrated.
Pyris
beyond
pushes the gentleman
all
over.
hell.
I want to follow
And then
her.
as soon as she comes in, I'm gonna say, you woke me up.
And then I'm gonna walk up to her and I'm going to.
She's blocking the door. Just,
I'm gonna.
and you see her shining blade.
I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp on her.
On me?
Not on you.
Okay. Please don't.
Yeah.
You just hear pop.
Okay. So
Your printer just started.
you have to make an attack, right? Because it's a touch attack.
No, it's like a touch spell.
It is a touch attack, yes.
Yes, you have to make an attack.
It's a touch attack.
Fuck.
Plus your dexterity, plus your
That's absurd. I'm invisible, and
the DC
unsuspected.
probably goes up then.
6
Plus your base attack bonus,
5
plus your
plus
dexterity.
2. So
Against their touch AC.
That would be 6, 11, 13.
As you grab Pyris's wrist, this magic courses through her. Roll damage.
Yay!
Lord.
You did the thing! Ooh!
That would be 10.
Alright.
Electrical range.
Alright, so you watch as this electricity courses over Pyris.
Can I cast a spell right as I watch that happen?
Sure.
I'd like to cast Ray of Sickening,
Okay.
which is the Fortitude save.
Yes, please!
I mean, it's not a very high DC.
What's the
Not very
DC?
high. My cleric level is 1, so it'd be 13.
She does make her save.
Okay.
So this.
He is fatigued.
Alright, which means she -2 to strength and dex. Alright.
For 3 minutes.
Oh god. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he would have been sickened for 3 minutes, but this is what we get instead.
Okay. So at this point, everyone, roll initiative.
My vanish is gone. The
Ooh!
moment I attack.
Oh, just.
I just want to know.
And you see this moment of recognition just. Oh.
I just want to say at this point, I'm like super chill. I'm still like,
Playing.
they're gonna fight, but you know, whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna maintain, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me roll for Harry. I'm not rolling for the pirates yet, in case you're keeping Fascinate up. That's probably excellent to know. Are you going to keep Fascinate up?
Yes, on the other pirates.
Okay. Who got above a 20?
21.
Nice.
Who got above 15?
18. Thanks. I rolled a 16.
Who got above a 10?
Me. I got a 13.
I got 14.
Nice.
Nice. Nice, nice. Very nice, very nice. Oh, look, you're cool.
All right. So, Bay.
I'm just double checking if something is a free action or a bonus action. That's a free action or a swift action or whatever. Whatever it's called, I'm not doing it. So, claws are out. I'm not full form. My claws are out. And I'm gonna go for the scimitar attack. Go scimitar and claw.
All right, roll to hit.
First
Oh, yeah, this
one,
one's too
probably get back to my shit and all my spells. Scimitar. God. Well, that's gonna be 14, 16 to hit.
Pyris turns around and blocks with her blade your scimitar,
Okay.
and then makes an attack against you.
Did you add a flanking bonus
Riposte.
too?
What a bitch.
Did you
She
add a
in the middle
flanking
of my
bonus?
attack action?
She can.
Did you add your flanking bonus?
No.
Yeah,
What is
because
+2.
you and I are right there. We're probably
So
switched because of places.
It's still, she still breaks the attack.
I'd say you're probably right.
What is your AC?
Yeah, you are.
Mine?
Yes.
15. But I'm big. Does that change it?
I think it
-1.
-1, I think, to your AC.
What does it do to my strength? Hold on.
+2 to strength, and I think +2 to...
You're not enlarged. I couldn't cast.
Oh, yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
no, you didn't do that. Never mind.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I wasn't close enough to cast
I got
anything.
confused.
All
I
right,
would have done it. Remember.
you take 14 points of damage as she stabs into your left leg.
Ooh, that's what we're doing. Okay. I'm gonna come at her with my claws for the second half of my attack.
Okay.
Fuck.
Hold on. 20. Which is yes. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. What are my costs on it? His costs are 24.
All right. And she parries that attack as well.
I'm a killer.
And then she puts her sword down. This was a very poor decision on your part, as she flicks the sweat from her brow. Maricena.
Yeah, I'm just gonna maintain fascinate.
Me and her switch places.
Yeah, we're
Because I'm
because
directly next
she's
to it.
he
Oh, that's
got
right.
her. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
While I'm maintaining that though, I would like to move. God dang it, I don't have a pointer. I'd like to move down those stairs, like up one, and to the right one, and just
Okay.
kind of hold out in there while I'm still
All right.
playing.
So you're under the stairs.
Yeah, I'm kind of just sitting in the stairwell, just
Okay.
waiting.
All right.
Oh, a DM, can I please have a marker? Game Master marker, please. Yes! Thank you.
I don't know what happened to all
I
of
know,
the pointers.
I think I left mine here last time,
Yeah, I
so
don't know what happened.
it probably ended up on that table.
Okay. So next would be Harry.
Harry Potter. Oh, wait, what?
Harry moves around Mandelion and then tries to attack Pyris.
Of course he does.
And deals 6 points of damage as he stabs into her leg with the temple sword. Oh god.
Nice. Good job, Harry.
Yay, Harry!
Yay, Harry.
Mandelion.
Being useful and shit.
I don't know where I am or anything. I can't see it. Okay, and where's the Pyris?
Blue.
Right next to it? Okay. So I guess I will attack her with my sword.
Alright, so you use your move action and you pull out your sword. Make your attack.
Let's see. Is it just the dice roll? I don't add
Dice
anything
roll
to it,
plus your
or-
base attack bonus plus your strength.
Plus your base attack. Okay, so
It should be calculated for you in your attack rolls next to your weapon.
so 19 total.
That does hit. Barely.
We lost a Meg.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's back. I think.
So roll damage.
Sorry. 8. Oh, that's terrible. Sorry. 3.
Alright.
Every bit helps.
Was that including your strength on that roll too?
Do I include the strength on that roll?
Yeah.
It should be
Yes.
whatever the damage calculation is on the right side.
4. Sorry. It should be whatever the damage calculate on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It says like what you roll and then what you add to it.
the weapon plus your strength.
It says 1d8 plus 2.
Cool.
Okay.
So 3.
Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Alright. Lark.
I am going to cast shield on myself. And that's it. That's all my spells.
Alright, so since you're casting within range, she gets an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh, poop.
What's your AC before shield?
18.
She does not hit you. As she goes next to you and you feel the heat of her blade as it strikes next to you.
Cool.
That's one way to shave off your beard.
And I guess I'll draw my sword. And that's all I got.
Alright.
Oh god! Hello.
Mockingjay, this has been a long time coming, you
You
know.
look beautiful as ever.
Oh, don't I know it. I think.
How's the crew? How's the family? How's the family of the crew? How's the crew's family?
You see her throw her weapon to her other hand. You'll see them in hell. And she
Yeah.
makes an attack against you. What's your AC?
22.
First one misses. The second one hits.
Yikes. Yikey schnackies.
You take 19 points of damage as she stabs into your left leg.
Yikes.
Well, I'm about dead, guys.
Woo! Yay! That would have actually put me down.
Yeah.
She
So,
rolled her highest damage.
That's
And she
still
kind of
put me
like
down.
leans down on you. You realize you could just give me the money you owe me, and we could move on.
You're not wrong.
I'm gonna roll my eyes in the staircase.
As I'm bleeding on her, but you're not wrong. Ow.
Just 1,000 gold is all I need.
Frankly, that really technically wasn't. That was just my cut, plus some of the other people's cut. It was completely justified.
Or the crown's on bay.
The crowns are worth way more than that. We all know that. Ouch.
Bezamine, it is your turn.
Great. I'm gonna command her.
Okay?
I'm gonna cast command to will save 13. I need to up this spell save DC.
Please
What?
work. Please.
Is that an
work.
enchantment?
I have to look. Maybe.
Okay. What are you telling her?
Oh,
To
I
what?
want her to be thrown for 1 round.
I have a coin! Somewhere.
They did say fall, so
Mhm.
in case you didn't hear. That was a good catch. Nice.
I'll get you a coin. Oh no, my money! A little bit of it!
Okay, is anyone else using
Going
coins?
for that too. I will.
Okay.
I'll just, you'll have to trust me. I have 5, so I'm down to 4.
I'm sorry, I had to give you one of these back because I
I
already
think
had
there's
5.
one in my binder.
So that one
You
doesn't
can
count.
keep it. It's fine.
No, I already
It's
had.
close. It's
But you
close.
gave me an extra one today, and I was already at 5. So.
Oh, well, then now you're right back at 5. It was good.
Well, I have 4.
Okay,
Sorry.
so I don't know what happened to Mandeline's coins. Anyways, with a natural 1,
Yeah!
she falls to the ground.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Somebody tie her up.
She has to be. She basically the whole thing is she's prone until she has to be prone until my next turn, and then she can fuck off and do what she wants.
So she's
She
tired
can do everything she normally does
and
prone,
lying down.
but she is prone.
Okay,
On her next turn, she falls. Till her next turn.
on her next turn she falls.
Yeah, sorry. It's they obey the command on their turn.
Okay,
That makes sense.
And
Marcena.
that's all I can do.
Okay.
Okay. I am just going to. Actually, whilst I am doing my bardic performance, I will cast ear-piercing scream.
All right, so you hit a note and just
So,
Yeah,
concert.
and so it's instantaneous. Fortitude is a partial save,
Okay.
so 16 is what she has to beat.
She does not make her save.
Oh, excellent! So that is. Sorry, 1 second. 1d6 per 2 caster levels. So that would be 2d6s. That is 9 points of damage. And she is.
3d6. You're level 3.
3d6? No, it's every 2. Hold on a second. 1 round, 1d6 points of damage per 2 caster
Oh,
levels.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Per 2.
So it was 2.
There you go.
So 9 points of damage, and then she is also dazed for. I think it's only 1 turn.
Dazed, prone, and
So yeah,
tired.
dazed for 1 round.
Okay.
Debuffs.
Debuffs, debuffs, debuffs.
That's
Doing my
ridiculous.
job as a freaking bard. Look at this bard doing her job.
Okay. Harry is like, I need to heal you peeps, you're all falling apart.
I'm pretty okay, actually.
You heal for 13 points of damage as Harry just,
Wait, did he channel energy?
he did.
Fuck!
That's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay, now she's down, we can just beat the shit out of her when she
It's
falls.
true, but he still healed her. Fuck!
I'll take it. I needed it. Thank you.
And you see Pyris is still bleeding.
Thank you, Harry. You're a good
Delicate
man.
flowers, Mandelion.
I am the delicate,
will
most
just
delicate of all
attack
the
again
flowers.
with my sword, I guess.
Alright.
What else, right? Ooh, okay, so 13 plus 5, 18.
Nice.
That does hit, because you have your
Okay.
+2 for...
Blinding.
So, 8 plus 2, 10 points of damage.
Nice. 3 to 10.
And you feel it, like,
Atta girl.
strike at her clothes, but you feel it, there's metal.
Oh.
So, yeah. But you definitely see blood seeping out of the wound. Lark.
I'm gonna cast. You see me kind of reel back in vain, and then it heals thanks to Harry. And I'll look down, and I'll make eye contact with Harry and go, "You're a good man, thank you." And then immediately after doing that, I'll be like, "I didn't want to have to do this." And I'm gonna run my hand across my blade, and as you see that, it's just gonna start to glow red hot. And
Okay.
then using my cool
Full
strike,
strike!
and then I'm going to try and stab her.
Hype, hype!
Alright, roll to hit.
13
Oh.
plus 5 plus 2 plus 2.
That hits.
Okay, cool. And
I
then,
feel like how Travis must feel
Do you
when
want
he
me to roll-
watches Yasha play
like,
Barbarian.
stabbing and then elemental and
Yes.
then everything else? Okay.
Yes, please.
So, boop. That will be 7, 8 piercing,
Okay.
and then,
I have all these, like, marks on her HP.
10 fire.
Okay.
Yeah! Hell yeah!
So as you step, you feel the weapon not quite cut into her, but then you see her light up in flames for a short moment, and you pull your weapon back.
You're doing it! You're magicing!
Pyris, on her turn, being dazed and confused,
Do you have your point?
falls to the ground,
Yay!
and just,
Can't get back up
and she
the
just,
bird.
my head. Bay.
Scimitar, claws.
Alright, roll to hit.
Fuck her up!
That's my fucking point!
Atta girl.
Alright, roll to confirm.
Oh, please, please, please.
Kill
please,
her.
please. Okay. It's a natural 17.
Okay, that hits.
3. Okay. Max fucking damage! I don't know how we got this. I'm so happy. It's not gonna be nearly enough, but it makes me feel good. Well, 14 points of damage.
I wanna steal this.
Yeah!
Scimitar, and then I still get my claws.
Alright, roll with your claws.
Can we steal their shit? Kidding.
Okay, that's
Or
not
am I?
as good. That's not as good. 16?
That does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Alright.
I got my scimitar hit.
Alright, so you stab into her as she's on the ground, and you hear kind of this gurgle, and her breath quickens. Maricena.
Oh, boy.
I am going to... Sorry, I have to keep track of how many of these I've burned. So I've done one this battle. Fuck it! I'll ear-piercing scream again!
Alright, fortitude save, yes?
Yes, of 16.
She... natural 20s.
Fuck! Okay, she's still dazed for one round, though.
Okay.
No damage with dazed.
No damage, but dazed.
That's just as good.
It's nice. It's
Okay.
That's just as
it's
good.
pretty quality. If I do say so myself.
We're getting really lucky right now. I'm very thankful for this. I'm proud of you all.
Don't you dare say it.
I'm proud of you all for gang beating this woman that's surrounded us, and we're just kicking her like a
She deserved it.
You watch as Harry
nanny.
kind of
beating
watches,
shit out of people.
puts his hands together and kind of like throws a spell at Pyris,
Dragon Ball
which
Z
does
style.
not work. And he watches it just hits. He goes fuck, which is the worst you've heard Harry curse.
Harry!
Oh, language, Harry.
Dandelion.
I feel closer to you.
Alright, I'm just gonna sword her again.
Is the crew just watching, or are they fascinated?
They're still fascinated.
like even our crew.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Just curious.
I got 12.
All right, that does not hit.
I didn't think it would.
Lark.
I'm gonna yell for the crew who's just watching. Tie up all of the
They're
crewmates.
fascinated.
Is that
They're all.
They're
yeah.
all fascinated.
everyone.
Except for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That was
So they're all-
I'm gonna yell at the crew and be like, "What are you doing? Go and tie the others up!" And then I'm gonna, you see me, once again, after pulling my sword back out, touching it again, and now it's almost glistening blue
Okay.
as static electricity is gathered and running through the blade. And I'll try and stab again.
Okay.
We'll strike number 2. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I don't think that one. 4 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. It's not enough.
No.
It's like 16.
All right, that does not hit.
I mean, luckily for me, the only way you could have broken that fascinate was to threaten them with a weapon. So.
So your weapon, you feel it kind of like it was aimed and then shift away.
Oh. Well, better luck next time.
Pyris.
Uh-oh.
Oh fuck.
Legendary action.
Uses a panache point and stands up. You guys do not get attacks of opportunity.
Is she dazed?
Yes, but if the daze only takes a move action or a standard action.
Oh, so it makes one thing.
Yeah, I think they can only do one thing.
That makes sense.
No, she can't. It takes no actions, no penalty to AC.
With daze?
Correct.
Oh,
So
okay.
she continues to lay on the ground, does not
Okay.
use a point,
Sorry.
and then her eyes kind of come back to clarity. You fucker.
Okay.
Looking straight at you.
You're
Paizo
not wrong.
My turn?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I got distracted by a pickup. So... Oh, fuck, what does that do? Shit. I'm just gonna attack her this turn, because I can't find what I was looking for.
Okay.
I'll make everybody look.
That's fair.
Roll to hit.
Ah, fuck. 17!
That does not hit.
Okay. Well, the
Even
second
while
attack
prone?
will
Yeah,
be
minus 4 to AC.
She like cast shield on
and
herself?
that's only better by 1. 18?
That does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
As you aim for her, you see that there's this force field on her body that kind of repels your attacks.
Okay.
Makes sense. That's what happened to me last time.
Oh, actually, if that's the case, there's something about my claws. My claws count as magic weapons, if that matters. They also ignore cold iron and silver, if it matters.
That matters my sword.
Noted.
Okay, cool. Moving on.
Okay.
My sword does too.
Maricena.
I'm just gonna screech at her again! 16! Fortitude!
Just have like a heavy metal concert going on while all of us.
She makes her fortitude save and becomes
Fucker.
dazed again.
Ah.
Right now we have like a mosh pit going on at a heavy metal concert with a small gnome playing. Panicking. I want to die.
Harry, again, tries to cast a spell. God damn it! And he just screams, hoping that it'll do something very similar to Maricena, but it doesn't.
Is that the smell?
Dandelion.
I
mean, there's probably no point to it, but I guess I'll try to hit her with my sword, huh?
Keep
Okay,
smacking
roll the hit.
her.
No, Jesus fucking Christ. That would be a 9.
Nope, that does not hit.
9 melee attackers.
Lark.
Gonna try and stab her again. 17 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
That does hit.
Excellent.
Nice.
So
Glass cannons, McGee.
yeah, more or less that's what I got here. So yeah, I rolled a 1 last time. I rolled a 2 this time.
No.
2 plus 5 plus 1 plus
Can I get the total?
yes. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Go.
9 piercing damage
Okay.
and
Ooh.
5 electrical damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Changing it up. Why won't you just stay?
As you're stabbing her, you watch as her wounds are closing up.
Not good.
She's got an auto healer.
Marasena.
Screech again.
She makes her save.
Then she's dazed again.
Harry.
Wait, why did I go after?
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
shouldn't have gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my
Oh, okay.
mistake.
I was gonna say, wait a second, I was second in
Yeah,
the
I
initiative order.
Sorry.
Sorry, took
I
me a
was
second
off.
there.
I read Bay instead of Lark. Okay. You watch as a glare in her eyes, and she screams, "Fire the goddamn cannons!"
Actually, she's dazed until my round, I
Until
believe.
your round?
Yeah, I think
That was
so.
the end of her round.
Because I used it on my round. I'm not sure if it's.
I'm gonna.
Pretty sure. Let's see.
No idea, man. Day's condition.
It's not the condition, it would be the spell would specify.
Because I wrote the entire spell here. You unleash a powerful scream inaudible to all but a single target. The target is dazed for 1 round and takes 1d6 points of sonic damage per 2
It's
rounds.
probably going to be until the end of her turn,
Okay.
because like for you guys it ends on your turn versus someone else's.
Okay. Because I thought it was for an entire round, so that means it
That
would
would
wait
make
until
sense.
it gets back to me.
Yeah, it would be 1 full.
Is that how we want to do it with you guys too?
Well, I mean, I thought that's how we were doing it all the time with our stuff, too.
Yeah.
It was ending on usually your turn, because if you were
I
dazed
mean,
for a round, it
in
would
the
end at the
past, it's been fuzzy, because I remember that there were times that it would end after
I
my
would say
actual round.
This is more accurate because otherwise the daze isn't going to get its full effect because then she can still do attacks.
Yeah, 'cause that's not an
opportunity and stuff
entire
like
It's at
that.
the end of her turn that it ends, and you can yell at the end of your turn.
Right, but like
Yeah, but she'd still be able to if she had the
it would-
combat reflexes if someone moved through her space after
right
the end of
versus
her
if
round.
it's you
Mm,
pick,
okay.
it's a full round.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that just logistically makes most sense.
Okay.
Okay.
She lays on the ground. Bay.
Jean's so
I'm
screamed
going to
up.
cast do
She's so screamed
the
up,
will
right?
save.
Can take no actions.
Not even a free action.
No actions. So if you guys are ever
No
dazed,
actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would like to cast Doom. It's a will save.
Doom!
what does she need to beat?
13.
She makes her save.
Nothing happens.
Doom!
So as you clutch your holy symbol and you throw this spell at Pyris, it kind of washes on her and falls to the ground.
It's a good
Still
spell if it works.
heavy metal.
All right.
Super heavy metal.
Marasena.
Okay, now I will do my scream.
Okay. She makes her save.
Okay, she stays.
Okay. Harry tries his spell yet again.
Harry, do your thing.
Does not manage to go through.
Seriously?
He's trying. He really is. He's just been rolling nines.
Harry, keep stabbing. It's both.
Man
three of us are
lion.
just stabbing her.
Yeah. Fine, instant sword.
Keep stabbing.
Roll to hit.
Oh my god, I got 9 again.
All right. Well, that does not hit.
It was an
No.
admirable shot, though.
Really?
Lark.
It doesn't.
Where is her sword?
In her hand. She doesn't drop it.
Okay. Can I try to disarm it?
You could make a combat maneuver
And that
to
would be
sunder.
like disarm?
Or to disarm, yes.
Yeah. That's what I would like to do.
Okay.
Ooh. That's 16.
So you try and flick it, but her hand is like a death grip on this sword.
Get her sword away from her! And then that's all I got.
Pyris is dazed and continues to stare blankly up at the sky. Her wounds continue to heal.
The rage in her eyes.
Bay.
We're back to me already?
Yes. It's just a lot of beating on Pyris.
Great, I can't do anything else. My spells aren't working. My DC is too low, so I'm just gonna keep
stabbing.
wailing.
Okay, roll the hit.
The stout.
Okay. The DC then 21.
That hits.
The good old
Nice.
stabby stab.
Barely.
Okay. Oh god.
Her AC must be like 26.
Okay, well that's 7 points of damage.
Okay.
I know what she can do.
And
That was with your scimitar, right?
With
Huh?
With your scimitar, right?
My scimitar.
Okay.
dexterity.
And then I rolled the exact same number for my claws,
Okay.
which is fucking flying everywhere. What is the modifier for my claws? I've been busy with other shit. Claws is a +2. So that's only 6 points of damage for the claws.
Okay. Maricena.
Okay, I'm just gonna like call out to my party members and say, we're gonna need to take her down quickly. I'm running out of the ability to make her stop moving. So if we could kill her quickly, that would be fantastic.
It's just a wrap.
Yeah, basically. And then I'm gonna ear piercing scream.
Okay.
Oh wait, I don't need to roll anything. What am I rolling for?
Natural 20.
We can try to tie her up.
Dazed.
Alright.
I'm
Harry?
all fucking spells.
How are you all feeling?
Fine. Try to tie her up.
I don't think he can. Because she's not helpless.
Try to grapple her. I don't know.
He's gonna try and kick away her weapon.
There we go.
He almost gets it out, but you see her middle finger pull it back in.
Hey, there we go. That's gonna. We can get that away from her.
Mandalion.
I am also gonna try to get her sword away from her
Alright, so
by kicking it. I
Alright.
think that's probably.
so you roll a d20 and add your CMB.
Ooh, I got a natural 20.
Yeah, girl.
CMB is a 5, so 25.
You manage to pry the sword out of her hand and it clatters to Harry.
Yay!
Alright.
That's like a freaking miracle, guys. No shit.
That was so good.
Lark.
Is the sword close enough for me to grab it?
Yes.
Then I would like to pick it up.
Alright, you pick up Fierce's sword and I need you to make a fortitude save.
Oh shit. It's trapped!
16.
You see as your hand starts to turn to stone
Oh,
and it's moving up.
fuck.
Oh, that's shitty.
You maybe have, actually. As it continues to spread, you realize you will have one turn as it has moved all the way up your left arm.
Oh, fuck.
I would like to. I mean, I can't really throw it off the side.
Not with it attached to your arm.
No, attach my arm. I can't. Can I even let go of it? Because I'm.
No,
it's
it is-
like
it is-
stoned on.
Yes.
Okay, then I guess I am just going to.
Harry! Help me, Harry!
Harry can do it.
Well then, none of us can do anything.
At least not now.
I'm going to try and dual stabber.
Alright, so you take... Do you have 2-weapon fighting.
No.
And
Oh,
what-
yes. Because I'm a novice.
Okay, and what's your initial weapon?
What is
Yeah.
Your
as a rapier.
main hand, yeah.
So, dual wielding rapiers.
Okay. You take a -2 to both rolls.
Yeah, so it's okay. Can I use Cool Strike with this?
No.
No, because I need a free hand to cast it on the spell, or on the weapon.
No, it's usually channeled through your hand, but it's treated as another attack.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well then, I'm gonna try and stab her twice.
Okay.
Oops.
Ooh, I definitely missed the first one. Roll
Okay.
2. Oh, and I rolled a 1 on the other one.
I need to roll to confirm that one.
Ugh.
Ooh, that's 6. Nope, 7. Nope, 8. 8.
Your body petrifies instantly.
I'm petrified with both swords.
Well, at least she can't have her sword back.
Here we go!
Alright, so I'm gonna mark off Lark. It is now Pyris' turn. She is dazed. Bay!
I'm going to stab.
You're going to stab. Okay, roll to hit. I realize that this is not.
Just barely. 21.
Yeah, 21.
That does hit.
9 points of damage.
And that's with your scimitar, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
And then I'm rolling my claws. Okay, 22. So, he's roll.
Okay, roll damage.
Way to die.
4.
Okay.
That's how I want to die.
Okay, so next is Maricena.
Fuck my life. Yeah, I'll use the last ear-piercing scream that I have.
And some damage.
She does not make her save.
And some daisies.
5.
5 damage and days.
Alright. She...
It's why her ears are just bleeding. Her eyes are like bleeding. She's like, why?
Harry.
Quit screaming at me. She's not a fan of this song.
Harry's like, I'll fix him later.
Now I can do fuck all, guys, so, fantastic!
I just keep them fascinated.
Yeah. That's
Harry...
about it.
God, what is Harry? Harry makes an attack against her, I guess. And rolls a 2. Harry stabs into the ground, kind of knocking your place, and you're just gonna wobble.
I love it.
Mandelion.
I really like how into the role playing you are right now.
I guess I'll just do the sword again.
I am at full mass though because I'm dual wielding swords.
So you're 3 wielding swords.
Try
I
wielding.
hate.
Oh no.
Okay, that does not hit.
I know.
Alright. Pyris,
That one hit. What?
your wounds
Yeah.
continue to...
It's done. Mine's in.
Bay.
We're not supposed to
I
be
got nothing for magic, so I'm just gonna keep hitting her.
Okay.
Fucking, 21 for the first hit and 16 for the second.
The first one hits.
Yep. 6 points of damage with my scimitar.
Okay. Maricena.
Maintain fascinate.
Okay. Harry takes his temple sword and we see him stab her in the leg. She takes 3 points of damage. Mandelion.
Can I just like try to choke her? Strangle her?
You can try and grapple her.
good? Like,
It would.
just explain to me what that was.
So what grappling does is if it means you have this too. They take a -4 to dexterity and can't move. A -2 on attack and combat maneuver. They cannot make attacks of opportunity, cannot use stealth to hide. They can't hide in plain sight or cast spells that require hands.
I'm gonna try to grapple this.
Okay, so roll a d20 and have a CMB. That was subtle, Cooper.
No. Why? Oh no. Probably a bad idea. I got 10.
So you're trying to... Your hands are really
Wait,
sweaty.
CMB or CMD?
CMB.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Your hands are really sweaty, so you're just like, you can't get a good hold on her.
One of me just slippery with my sweat.
So Pyris uses a point and stands up and snaps her fingers and her weapon appears in her hand. And then you watch as she whispers and turns invisible.
Yay.
Bay!
I'd like to make a perception check to find her.
Sure, roll perception.
Getting tired of that?
Yeah.
She is also, like, boxed
I
in.
could tell you were kind of twitching there.
That would be an 18.
You do not see evidence of her.
Can I strike out with my claws to where she was?
Yeah, why don't you make an attack?
Bitches. 22.
Bitches get stitches, yo.
Roll damage.
5 points of damage.
Tink! You hear the tink of metal.
I found her.
Maracena.
Maintain fascinate.
Harry actually has, I think lesser restoration will do that. I don't know if it...
I think it's greater restoration.
Oh, is
lesser
it?
restoration just fixes like stats problems, like status damage or skill damage and stuff.
Fatigue or exhaustion.
Yeah. If it's petrification, it's greater, I think.
I mean, she's doing all of this while fatigued.
I was gonna say, I don't feel like we're supposed to be able to beat her.
Mandalion. Harry just, I don't know what to do.
Oh, so it's my turn?
Yes.
Because Harry didn't know what to do.
Yes.
And we cannot see her, but we know she's somewhere.
You saw Bay hit something in the center.
She's still in the same spot.
I'm gonna try to jump on that, so I'm gonna try to grapple this invisible bitch again.
Okay,
Do it!
roll a d20 and add your CMB.
Do it!
That natural 20, this is when we need it, so you're just floating in midair.
Did not get it. No, it's bad, guys. That was a bad idea.
Just
Another
misses.
step.
So you leap and then you feel like an elbow hit your nose and you just bleed a little bit.
Aww.
Ow!
Does the blood get on the elbow?
Yes,
I was so hopeful.
there is a small spot of blood.
Oh, wait, but invisible. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so then she appeared.
Ew.
Well,
she did
no,
attack.
Oh, did she do the attack?
she did, but she's still invisible, but you do see the spot on her elbow.
Well, at least I marked her.
Bazamine, what is your AC?
15.
Your backpack falls to the ground as the sides are cut. And
You will buy me a new backpack. With the money that I gave you.
and you feel this thing brush past you.
Can I go for it?
You can make an attack of opportunity since they're hitting you.
Back 20.
Alright. You get close, and you hear, like, jingling next to you as you get nearby. Maracena.
Last turn of Fascinate.
Okay. Harry comes up to you, and he starts rummaging through his bag. He goes, yes! And he uncorks it and starts putting it in your mouth. It'll take you a minute. Well, on your turn, you can start glugging as it starts pouring down your throat.
Okay.
Mandelion.
Have we lost her basically now?
You don't know where she is. She did brush past Bay,
Right.
and cut her backpack, or their backpack, excuse me.
Can I try to, what would that be, perception? To see if I can see the little spot of blood?
Yeah, roll perception.
That's 3, so I got 10.
You do not see the spot. You're kind of looking around. There's blood from all the wounds on the ground, so you can't quite tell the difference.
Well, I don't just want to, like, blindly stab behind Bay. Do I? How would I hit it?
What?
I don't know, should I just, like, attack randomly?
You can, or you can try and do something else.
Are fascinating targets considered?
I don't really have
What was-
anything else to do.
No, if they're threatened, they...
Yeah, if they're threatened, they will. Yeah. Basically, if you direct an attack at them, they'll snap out of it.
Makes sense.
Or
I'll
threaten.
just try to slash wherever I think, whatever it is, whatever.
Okay, make an attack make an attack.
Kind of behind Bay, I guess. Oh, well, fuck it, doesn't matter. Because that would be a 7.
Alright. You slash wildly, but you don't see anything. Lark, you are glugging. You can now speak as the bottle is in your mouth.
How we doing? I still can't see.
Now you see. You see the rapiers out of your hand.
Shite. Well, yeah, okay.
You can now move. You see Bay's backpack is on the ground, having been cut.
Do I see the crowns?
You see the crown boxes and the crowns.
I'm gonna grab the crown that used to be on Mandalion's head. I'm gonna put it on.
Okay, so you reach for the crown. Pyris gets an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
What is your AC?
22.
That hits. You take 14 points of damage as he stabs your arm.
Okay. Oh. I'd like to put that crown on.
You can probably grab the crown, but you have to hold on to it. You can't make it the next turn.
Okay.
Okay. You see the other crowns are pulled out. You get an attack of opportunity, and, well, I guess you moved to try and get it. So, Lark, Bazamine, and Mandelion get attacks of opportunity. Mandelion, you first.
Okay, I'm just attacking.
If you want to.
Oh, thank you.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I guess so. What? Whoops, hold on. 10.
You feel your blade moved out of the way. What is your AC?
Oh, nice.
1 second, that is 15.
You take 16 points of damage as you are stabbed in the stomach.
What?
Rude. Bitch.
Bazamine, would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
I rolled the natural 20, yes I would.
Alright. Roll to confirm.
Fuck it, fell off my little table. Try again. Yeah, it's a natural 17, so 20.
That does not hit. That does not confirm.
because it doesn't hurt her AC of
Yeah.
22, I believe. But it still hits her.
That doesn't crit.
It's still 9 points of damage.
With your scimitar, right?
Yep.
Okay. You feel it. You feel her. Ugh.
Be a snatch.
Mars, are you saying something?
Don't touch the crowns.
Marasena.
I'm going to cast message on Pyris, and I am going to yell as loud as I can. Oh, look at me! I'm Pyris! I'm a stupid bitch face! Ah! And I'm just going to continuously scream so that they can echolocate her better. Because if they can hear where she's at, maybe...
If we're really close to her, we can hear the message.
No, that's very good.
It's the only fucking thing I can do!
Alright, so you guys can roll perception checks to try and find where Pyris is.
And I'm like yelling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the only thing I can
No,
do!
that's great. That's brilliant. I'll give you, that's great.
Oh!
Harry.
I got 12 perception.
No, I got it.
Harry grabs you. You have to get the crowns. It is your job. You heal 10 points of damage. Sorry, 12 points of damage.
Oh.
Nice.
Mandelion,
Yes.
it's your turn. You can make a perception check to try and find Pyris.
Duh, I'm Pyris, and I think I'm a cool ass pirate bitch!
Yeah, no, I got 5. I have no perception whatsoever.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I don't know. What can I do? Nothing.
You can
Slash out wildly?
try that.
That doesn't do any good.
You can try and there's a number of things you can do. You can try and block the entrance onto the other boat. You can start attacking the pirates who will likely be moving soon. You can heal yourself with a potion.
Don't have any potions. I'll try to frickin' do something, block the flank.
Alright.
Well, she tried to grab the crowns, didn't she? Did she grab the crowns?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Oh, she didn't grab the crowns yet? I thought she grabbed the crowns.
She was trying
No,
to.
she moved them, but she did not grab them yet.
Oh, well, maybe I should try to grab them.
Grab one of them. Grab
Okay.
all of them. Grab. Do you.
You may trigger an attack from Pyris if you do.
That's fine, I don't even care.
Alright. So you reach out to grab. What is your AC?
16.
Oh, 15.
You feel your hand, this breeze hit your hand, but the blade does not seem to hit your body, but it thwacks your wrist.
Like your legs, your arms are now completely hairless and smooth as hell.
Just on this one line.
Just on that one
Just
line.
one line.
You've never had a
Oh my
closer
God.
shave in your life.
Lark.
I'm gonna put on the crown. I'm gonna say,
I need you to make a fortitude save.
okay. That is 13.
You are dazed.
Okay, well that's all I got.
You just point your finger. Like you're gonna give a stern lecturing.
Can I? Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Nope.
You feel this hand on the crown. And it moves, but it keeps getting pulled back. And you hear in a very familiar voice, "Fuck! I'll have to cut off his head."
That sounds about right.
And you see the crowns, the box and the other crowns disappear. Bay, you have watched the crowns disappear and you see that there is a crown on Lark's head.
Do I know where she is?
There is someone's currently screaming out, "I'm a dummy, I'm Pyris."
You also
I'm a
saw all
stupid
of
idiot
these.
face named Pyris!
also saw the crowns on the ground and then instantly vanish.
So roll perception.
So you can clearly see where the crowns were.
18.
You can roughly tell where she's going to be. There's...
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so I have to look at how that works without a specific counter spell. Sorry. You guys don't normally try and dispel magic in this way.
I know. A targeted dispel, one object, creature, or spell that is targeted of the dispel magic spell. You can make a dispel check 1d20 plus your caster level. Compare that with the spellcaster level. With the highest Compare that to the spell with the highest caster level.
So if she has a stronger spell in effect on her, it will disable that spell. You may make an attempt.
I'm trying to use under the dispel magic. It's got targeted dispel.
I am. Yes.
Okay. That's what I want to do.
Okay, so roll a d20 and add whatever your caster level is, which I think is 3.
It's only 1, but I rolled a 19.
You see Pyris.
Oh yeah, nice work.
And her hand is on the crown.
Not so fast.
Maricena.
Yes. So I am going to move 2 squares to the left and 1 square down. So I'm kind of out of the way.
The door is here.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm aware. I'm just kind of moving back. And I will stop doing message.
Okay.
And I will cast... Shoot, that's a touch spell. I will do the nothing.
Alright. Harry goes up to Bay and says, "Get the damn crowns! I know you already know, but I have to feel useful." And you heal for 12 points of damage.
Oh, fuck. I'm almost at full.
Dandelion, you now see Pyris
Go ahead.
holding the crown on Lark's head.
she has one hand on my crown, and she grabbed the other crowns. That insinuates she is not holding her sword.
Alright, I'm gonna frickin' try to attack her then.
Alright.
With my sword.
Alright, make an attack.
Sword!
So, only 11.
Alright. She kind of like sidesteps out of the way and winks at you.
Still point my head.
Fuck you, bitch.
Lark.
I'm gonna try to command her again.
Alright, what are you going to say?
Kill yourself.
Internet trolls since 2001.
I don't think you can with a command spell.
I don't know how this crown works.
Okay.
You can tell her to do specific things like halt, fall, approach, flee. You can command her to drop it. Drop the ground.
Can I command her to
You can...
give up? No. It has to be like
You-
a specific action.
So the ones that you can do, which I will say that when putting on the crown... Oh my god, I lost a die.
Oh, the crown. Oh,
Your
talking about
D20?
actually the
It's in that
Yeah.
Pathfinder box. On the second level. On the second level. There
Yeah,
you
because I
Yes,
have
so...
the crown I know is the crown of
Go.
the king.
Okay. Oh,
On
I'm
my-
sorry, I misunderstood. Yes. So you're saying kill yourself?
Yeah.
I don't think I will.
Okay.
Worth a shot.
Well, does that count as an action or is it a free action? Because
It's-
it's broke. It depends on.
It's an action. You can still move, but she's holding on to the crown.
Okay, then I'm going to try and move backwards.
Okay, I need you to make a strength check versus her strength.
60.
You do not move.
Nice try.
Yeah, I'm not a strong man. That's all I got.
You see the crowns fall into a bag and her weapon appear in her hand. She makes an attack against you. What's your AC?
22.
Alright, that hits.
Okay.
You take 16 points of damage.
Yikes.
And then she makes her second attack. And what's your AC?
22.
You take 8 points of damage.
I fall to the ground.
And the crown remains in her hand. And she takes a 5-foot step. Bay.
Can I cut off her hand?
It would be harder, but you could try. I mean, you could try and cripple her hand, basically. But
I want to make her drop it.
you can try and sunder or disarm, which is a CMB.
This arm.
What is thunder? I'm looking for it here, but what is that?
It's a combat maneuver.
Sunder is used when you're sundering like weapons.
But disarm would be the one you're looking for.
objects.
Sunder would be if you want to destroy the object.
No. I just want to break her.
Isn't that like targeting or weapon targeting?
Yeah, so I mean, you can try, but it basically increases the
AC,
difficulty to
okay.
hit it. Yeah, basically it increases her AC because you're aiming for something specific. It's called a called shot.
That's it. Yeah.
That's what it is.
If you would like, you can. It's a full round action,
Okay.
so you could take a 5-foot step and try.
Barely hit her. It's rolling really well. Do I want to push my luck? Yeah,
It's a-
fuck it. This game's all about luck. Let's do
It's
it.
a -5 penalty to hit the hand.
So I basically would have to roll a natural 20.
Yes.
More or less. How banged up does she look?
Okay.
She doesn't look great. She's pretty bloody.
Okay.
She's also not hard.
I'm then just gonna try and jab my scimitar into her torso, but I don't want to take it out. I don't want to like slash. I just want to like in. You know?
Jab it
Can
in.
you stab with a? Can you pierce with a scimitar?
I don't see why not. It has a point.
Yeah, you can try and you can pierce.
Like,
So
little pointy end.
roll an
It's got a
attack.
P-
I would
It's got a
argue you
P
can't
slash
do that.
X next to my weapon, so yes, you can.
Oh, so it's a slashing and piercing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine.
It does have a
It's a
point.
sword.
Well, I mean, all
Yeah.
swords have a point, but you can't pierce with most swords. You can only slash with them.
Cooper?
Yo. This isn't just saying! It's because I was researching that as a saber!
Roll
There's no
to attack.
saber.
Let me shish kebab her!
Penetration.
Yes! 22! Hard!
Penetrate.
That hits.
Fucking yes! 8 points of damage.
Damage.
Demario.
I get my claws too.
All right, so you dig her sword into her, and then you go with the claws.
21.
That does not hit.
It used to.
When she was prone.
She's standing and fully mobile now.
Yeah.
Well, then she was prone for a long time, because 21 is hit for a minute or two.
And then
She was.
there was a lot that was, and then she was flanked and other things.
I kept dazing.
Okay, cool.
But she was on
Okay.
the left.
Maricena.
Okay. I'd like to move a square.
I'm sorry. Can I just get to the other side of her? Can I get in between her and the boat she just wants to leave to?
Yes. Next time, call it ahead of time. I'll give it to you now.
Sorry, I was trying to get it in there and I didn't realize you did it.
Maricena.
I'd like to move a square to the right and kind of peek around the corner and see what's going on.
You see Lark is
No,
on...
to the right, like by the stairs. Like up.
You can't. This is a wall.
Oh, that's not stairs, because I was in there.
It's under stairs. These stairs go up onto this bridge area, so you were under the
Oh, I
stairs.
thought I was up there the whole time. Okay, fuck it. Sorry, I didn't realize that, because I thought that the quarters was up above. I'm sorry. Okay, so I guess I can't see anything or do anything.
I mean, if you move to the other end.
Well, can I see them out there?
Yeah, you can see
Like
them.
through a window or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use Unwitting Ally on her, and I'm just going to plunk my strings and say, let's share a laugh between friends, shall we? She has to be a will save of 16. Or, I'm sorry, of 15.
She does make her save.
Alright, that's my turn.
Bay, how are you looking?
I have almost full health.
Okay. Harry comes over to you and just like, oh my gosh.
I'm unconscious on the ground, bleeding profusely.
You take 12 points of healing. He's like, I'm out. I can help no more.
Yep.
Mandelion.
Okay, so can we see her or no?
Yes, she is visible. Bay has stabbed her with the scimitar.
Oh, okay, oh, that's right. Well, I mean, then I might as well go over and try to hack at her as well, huh, right?
Go for it.
I can do that, right? I can go over and hack at her.
Totally.
Yes.
Okay. That's 14.
Alright, she blocks your attack. And what is your AC?
Oh, this is not gonna be good.
15.
My AC is 15.
You take 8 points of damage as she stabs into your stomach.
I have 1 HP left.
Ooh.
Lark.
I had 9.
She does not look great. Oh shit, I forgot to have everyone else start moving and fighting. Oh, that'll happen next turn. They've been extra fascinated by
I was
Maricena.
gonna say they're probably just clashing amongst each other.
I'm going to get up and drink my potion.
Alright.
I have a cure light wounds.
Alright, you stand up and drink your potion.
That's 1d6.
Plus 1, I think.
7! Yeah!
Nice.
Good potion.
Alright. As Pyris prepares to leap off the edge of the boat, Bay and Mandelion get attacks of opportunity. Bay, are you making your attack with your scimitar or your claws?
Does my scimitar seem to be doing as much damage as it normally does?
I
No.
mean, it's magical too, isn't it?
With it at this point.
Yeah, you've done generally more damage than it with your claws, but it's not doing as much damage as it has before.
Okay.
Just based off of your rolls.
I'll go with the scimitar.
Okay.
Because it can do more with it, and I have a higher chance of fucking hitting. Thank God. 22.
Alright, that does hit.
That's 8 points of damage.
Okay. Mandelion, make your attack.
Don't know why.
Kill.
Yeah, 13.
Alright. As you slice into Pyris, she leaps off the edge of the boat.
I jump after her if I can.
You'll have to wait on your turn and then you can go. So, okay. So you're gonna dive off the boat?
Yes.
Alright.
As I dive up. Because it's my turn, yeah?
Yeah. Make...
As I dive off the boat, I want to cast air bubble around my head.
Make an athletics check.
Oh god. Where's my athletics?
It's under A.
Athletics. I know, I was on the wrong sheet.
Your strength modifier.
So, 12.
Alright, you leap off the boat, and since you're moving, I need you to make a caster, or a concentration check to get the spell off.
Tell me what that is, please.
Yeah. Sorry, it's on the spell sheet. So you need to roll a d20 and then add your caster level and your ability modifier.
So, caster level 1, ability modifier 2, so, 18?
It goes off, you now have an air bubble on your head.
I don't want to drown.
Alright, Bay has now leapt into the water. After Pyris. Marcena.
Since I still have message going, I'm gonna say, you're a stupid fucking bitch, and we will hunt you down, and we will lop your stupid fucking head off. And then I'm gonna take out a fortune cookie and eat it.
This is great. Oh, I'm so sorry. Wrong number. Shit. We love you. Deliver that
That's
message
what
to
you
somebody
should
else.
say to her.
This is Bay. That's funny. Alright, so your fortune cookie. First they take away our capability to correct trees, then they take away our capability to get rid of meditation. And the other one is, please don't philosopher up yourself.
Okay, I enjoy my fortune cookie in peace. No, actually, I'm gonna eat it really loud so it's crunching in her fucking ear.
Okay.
She's a bitch and I hate her.
She's just like, oh. You hear kind of, you hear the rushing of water.
Now you like that?
Harry's like, do we have any ranged weapons to shoot her with?
We have cannons.
I do, but I'm gonna
And-
do like 1 damage. It's not gonna
We have
fucking matter.
a little bit of ranged magic, yes.
We should shoot her, otherwise she will probably kill Bay.
It's not much.
Mandelion,
I guess I should probably try to shoot her with my bow, huh?
do you have your bow or did you leave it on Dolores?
I think I have been carrying both of them.
Oh, that's right, you were. Okay. Yep, so you pull out your bow,
Okay.
Move to position.
and you make an attack.
Got a decent roll there. So 17 plus 4 is 21.
Plus Bay, flanking. That hits, barely.
Yay! Alright, so then the 1d5 plus 2. Is that right?
So you're normally on a D5.
Oh no, it is an 8. Sorry, it was just weird looking. So that does 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Sorry.
Lark,
How far away is she?
at the base, it's probably about 40 feet down.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too far.
There are the other pirates on the ship.
Yeah.
There's actually one right behind you who's just like,
I'm going to turn around. And I'm going to yell. Does he look hostile?
his hands are up, just
Put my sword to his throat. And then I'm going to light it on fire. For intimidation factor, I'm going to be like, You're gonna tell us where she's going.
Roll influence.
Do it. It's not bad. It's not bad. You got this. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Ooh, that was good.
16 plus.
That's 20.
24.
Yeah, so that's still 20. Called it.
20.
She can swim. She's probably going back to the ship.
That's not what I meant, you fucking dumbass.
She's a gillman. She can swim faster than anyone I know.
I forgot.
Lie down.
She gets on the ground.
Yeah, there we go. And I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna yell to everybody.
Okay,
Alright.
what you yelling?
All you pirates fucking lie down! And I'm gonna walk over onto the ship.
You're gonna try and walk onto the other ship?
Oh shit, that's ballsy.
10,
Why are
15,
you-
20, 25, 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ballsy.
Pyris rushes away from you, Bay. You get an attack of opportunity at a -2.
I don't know if I can make it then. Yeah, I can't.
Pyris moves 90 feet away from you in the water.
I forgot about this part.
So, as the ships are moving...
I don't have the highest intelligence.
Oh, she's no
Yeah, I
longer
was gonna
visible.
say she's not even on the map.
Okay. Hey, Marcena. You feel the spell.
I don't do anything.
Harry. What's Harry even do? Harry runs over with his temple sword. Actually, and comes over to you. Just. Are we gonna try and take the ship? There's 3 of them with cannons.
Well, they can blast us with their with their cannons if we don't get them taken care of right now.
Mandelion. Oh, you're back.
I know. Oh my gosh. Where am I?
This one is on the ground. The other ones seem to be doing something, but they look like they're headed. These 2, Harry and Larkinjay, look like they're headed towards this ship. These 3 look like they are readying cannons.
And you have got your bow out.
Okay. Well then, that's Bay in the water.
Yes, Bay jumped off
Right up
and is currently moving back down.
And Pyris is gone.
Yes, you do not see Pyris.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to shoot that guy on the cannon nearest me.
All right, make an attack roll.
That would be 14.
That does hit.
Ooh, wow, that's nice. Alright.
The other pirates are squishy.
And that does 7 damage.
Atta girl. Cannon fodder.
All right, so the arrow hits his neck and he just
Toss the arrow up. Long two.
Lark. No wait,
Me.
Marcena. Yes,
Oh wait,
Wait,
no,
did it
no,
count like that?
Bazamine. Bazamine.
Bazamine.
No, wait, Lark.
Okay.
No, Lark was after
Mandelion.
Mandelion, and then it started over again.
Okay. Then I'm going to. How do these they look like they're preparing
The cannons look loaded.
Then I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna stab P in the throat.
Stab.
I'm gonna stab.
7?
Nope, I'm stabbing little P with my big P. Yes, 7. That looks like a P from him, so.
Make an attack.
18.
That hits.
That is going to be 7 piercing and 6 fire.
Okay. He now screams as you slice into him and you see that the wound is cauterized. Just, ah!
Stop that! Stop what you're doing!
Alright. 7 tries to push you off of the ship. What is your combat maneuver defense?
18. I don't know if the shield affect anything like that. Probably
No.
Okay, then no, it's just, yeah, it's 18.
You are pushed off. You can make a reflex save to catch yourself on the edge of the plank.
Okay.
If you so choose.
17.
You manage to grab onto the edge and you're hanging there.
Great.
Pyris is gone. 6. Tries to stomp your feet to make you fall. What is your combat maneuver defense again? I'm sorry.
18.
And
he's trying to hit me. He's not trying to do a combat maneuver, is he?
he's trying to do a combat maneuver to like
Push you off.
Yeah.
Like push your
Okay.
fingers off, I guess.
Okay.
and your fingers slip and you fall.
Well, fuck me.
And 7 tries to pull the gangplank. Makes a strength check.
Please make 6 fall off. Like,
And 6 actually does fall off as the gangplank is removed. So 6 is now falling near you. 8 takes the cannon and points it at Harry. And Harry takes a cannonball straight to the chest.
Oh no!
And he slams up against the edge of the ship, the mast.
Nice.
And you see as he collapses to the ground.
Hang on. We're dead.
You cannot tell if he's breathing without a heal check. Bay.
Can I see Pyris? Because she got far away from me, but not... It doesn't sound like... You said 90 feet. That's still visible.
Yes, you can see her way, way on the edge.
Okay. Because that's the case. So, let's see. Oh, okay. Now it's just out of range of what I want to do, which is fucking...
You can move 15 feet.
Yeah, I thought this through.
Okay.
Totally thought this through. I understood what it meant jumping in after a sea person in the water. I had a well thought out plan, and I'm executing it.
I
Perfect.
didn't doubt you for a second.
Yeah, totally. Because I was gonna command her to come closer to me, but she is out of that range. And not in a way that is an approachable way to get to that range.
You can make it back to the ship and attempt to climb up. But you also saw that Lark and someone else have fallen into the water.
Lark's in the water?
Yes, Lark has fallen.
How far away from me?
20 feet away. You can move, without taking an action, you can move 45 feet.
Oh, do I care?
No.
I gotta apologize for having
Well,
Why would you care?
Because as much as I'm mean to certain people, I am a good person.
Do you not think I can swim?
I'm going to... Does Lark look like he's drowning? Or like...
Lark has hit the water and is sunk beneath it a little bit. He hasn't had time to react.
Can you cast air bubble one more time?
Don't worry
I'm
about
gonna
me.
go climb the pirate ship.
Here we go.
You're gonna go to the pirate ship?
Yeah,
Okay. I
that's
want
what I
you.
said.
Okay, I want you to Make an athletics check to grab onto the ship as you're moving.
It's a number.
What's the number?
It's in the single digits. Do I need to get more specific?
Number 1 is the best number.
You try and move, and you realize that it's very barnacle-y.
I rolled a 2.
That's my least
You
favorite
take
adjective
4
that's
points
ever been adjective.
of slicing damage as it cuts up your hands.
That is the
And
worst
you
adjective.
slide further back.
Okay.
Barnacle-y.
It's my least favorite adjective that's ever been used.
Maricena.
Okay. I would like to take out my scroll, one of my scrolls of telescription, and begin writing a letter to Drago. I wrote it, but
Oh, okay.
here, I'll write it on this card for you. But basically, it says it probably takes me more than one round to write it, but I said, Drago, on a ship in the ocean near Vo, attacked by pirates, shooting at us, might be toast, need help, crystal still on my chest, if you can track me, your majesty in distress, the Raven Queen.
Okay.
So I'll write it down for you just
Okay,
in case
okay.
you need it, but...
Interesting. Okay. Harry is down. Does not wake up. And takes 1 point of bleed damage. Mandalion.
I am gonna shoot that guy that shot my Harry.
Alright. Make an attack.
Oh, 17.
That hits.
15.
Roll
16
damage.
Still hit?
Yeah.
Nice.
14 hit him.
Nice.
8 points of damage.
You shoot him in the head and he falls to the ground.
Yeah.
Die. Hurt my Harry.
Would you like to do a... No, you're too far away. You can't do a heal check. Lark.
Did they try to just climb up the side of the ship, or is there a ladder?
There is no ladder on this ship.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, they just tried to climb the side of the ship.
Being intelligent, do I think that's a reasonable thing to do?
You know that there are other pirates on this ship.
Well, I mean, do you think like it's a plausible thing for somebody to just climb up?
It's possible, but unlikely while it's moving, not having a rope. It would probably be extremely difficult.
I guess I am going to do the reasonable thing, and I'm going to go back to my ship and try and climb my ship up.
Okay. Gross.
Yeah, it's gross. Please don't say that word. You can insinuate it, just don't say it. Tiny teeth on the
Pokey,
side of the road.
yeah.
It's pokey and teethy.
Oh, that.
You can make you can make an athletics
Use them as
check.
footholds, honey.
Oh, fuck's sakes. I got a 3.
Barnacle.
You take 3 points of damage from the barnacle.
Oh. Get me on the ship! Get us on the ship!
6 tries to go to their ship. Oh, I forgot to move you. And actually grasps on and starts climbing up their ship.
Okay.
3 runs and tries to leap onto the other ship.
20.
Smacks into the side of the ship and falls down.
Ha, stupid idiot faces.
4 looks prepared to try and make a running leap next turn. 5 runs up to
Nice.
Harry
Do something!
and starts looting at his body.
No!
Crewmates, do something!
God, our crewmates are useless.
They've just been cowering with him.
Yeah, basically.
As sailors.
And you watch as they start wailing on the guy.
Ah!
With their swords. And you watch as he, actually, from these 2 attacks, is like clutching at his side and just like, I made a grave error.
Ah!
I read that as like a meme, just like,
Yeah.
I have made a great
Bay.
I regret my decisions.
I'm gonna try and climb up the ship again.
Have fun.
Okay. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot about this guy. No, he already did the thing.
He's alive.
Yeah, he moved.
These guys.
Yeah, those 2 didn't do anything. I like how our guys
This one
put a
tries
hand
to
cannons
tackle
together.
this one.
Tackle him!
Tackle him! Football tackle!
Football tackle. Football tackle.
Rugby tackle.
And you watch as he misses and falls face first into the ship. My nose. Alright, so, Bay, you can make an athletics check to try and grab onto the ship.
19.
You manage to take hold.
Now climb. Climb, you fool.
Can
Climb.
I
Climb!
You start climbing up the 40 feet towards the top of the ship.
Yeah, are you clawing your way up?
Yes.
They're A.
Maricena,
Am I still writing it, or did it?
you finish it and send it off.
Okay. Do I have both of my actions or anything like that?
You have your action. You have an action.
Okay. I'm going to. It's very difficult given what little I have at my disposal. I'm going to cast Haunted Fey aspect on myself because I can see. Wait a second. So is there a window facing north?
Yes, there's a window. You can actually see Bay on the edge of the ship clawing their way up.
Okay, but I probably can't see any of those other units. I can see that guy to the right of me, though, correct? In
Yes,
front of
he's
me.
laying on the ground outside the window.
Okay, just to solidify his position on the ship, I'm going to cast Haunted Fey aspect, and I'm going to look at him and be like, "You will not move from this spot!"
Roll influence.
Okay. No, fuck it up. That's 25.
Just beat himself.
He soils himself. And just, I am so sorry.
You better be, you cretin!
I love that this was the polite pirate that was so nice.
Oh, I want to
No,
make
that's a lie,
sure
but
he
we
stays
killed
on this
that one.
fucking
This
ship
one
so we can get
didn't
information
really
out of
know.
this fucking bastard.
Harry
I don't think
does not wake up
Oh.
and does not stop bleeding.
Okay, you know Marcena always makes makes jabs at him, but Danicka's really concerned.
Did you get his chest blown?
Dandelion.
Kill number 7.
I mean, I can run over to Harry, but I can't do anything. I don't have anything.
You can do a heal check on
You can
him.
do a heal check and try and stop his bleeding.
Okay, I'll
That's
do a heal
fine.
check.
First do a heal check to see if he is alive.
That's the pirate.
Okay, I'll do a heal check. How do I do that?
Roll survival.
Ooh, this might be good.
I'm
Let's
gonna
see.
write it back quick.
Okay.
Because I have to pee so bad.
So, 19.
Harry is still barely alive.
Oh my god. Alright.
So if you have a potion, you can use a potion on him.
I
Did you
don't have
stabilize him?
not have a potion.
You're rolling to stabilize.
Survival kit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that does anything.
Yes, roll and add a plus. No, wait, that's not a healer's kit. I'll let you improvise it. Add a +1 to your next survival roll.
Okay.
What do you have?
20.
Natural?
Nice.
No, it was 19 plus 1.
You put pressure on Harry's cannon wound, and he stops bleeding.
Apply pressure, just keep the cannonball inside him.
Don't remove the cannon.
Don't remove the cannonball.
You're holding the cannonball in Harry.
Just be like, honey, this is gonna be a really masculine scar when you come back to life.
I'm assuming you're still climbing.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, you take the time. You make it about halfway up because you're spending the whole time climbing.
Yeah.
Okay. Lark. You see, on the other end of the ship, Pyris climb up. And you see that she's looking rough, but she's okay-ish.
Yeah.
And as she climbs up the edge of the ship, she's like, oh, fuck. Why didn't we turn away yet?
Wow, an organization on both sides of the crew.
Fascinated and then
Whoa!
6 is continuing to climb up their ship and yells, "There's a straggler on board!"
Oh, fucking nobody shot him off.
4 makes a leap and
Sorry, I had to save Harry.
15 feet.
makes it, just barely. 5
Attacks of opportunity. Beat the shit out of him.
tries to move out of the way. Mandalorian, you can get an attack of opportunity at this guy who was looting Harry if you'd like.
Crewmates.
I what?
Get an attack of opportunity at the guy who hits Harry if you'd like.
Hell yeah.
Do all 3.
They do, but I'm giving Mandalorian it first. What was that?
I can do that. I can do that without losing Harry.
Yeah, you just take one hand.
Fuck off!
Like doing my claws. How about my claws?
Yeah, you drop your bow and you take your claws.
It only takes a foot to keep that cannonball in position.
Well, it didn't really do much for me. That would be. Hold on. 11.
That hits.
Oh, good. Alright, let's see here.
He was like the weakest guy, and for some reason he's like, I have to take
3 points.
You stab your fingers into his eye, and he falls to the ground.
Then I pull the eyeball out.
Alright.
Could have licked those! God damn it!
Alright, so you have licked and... You have... Not licked. Sorry, think of someone else.
I wonder who that is!
And,
2 continues to sit there, terrified. This one takes a rope and throws it down to you.
Thanks.
This one runs over here and goes, "Blue friend!" Because this one is, Perlin. "Grab the rope!" And he throws a rope down the side of the ship.
I'm on the other ship.
Yeah.
He's kind of hoping you'll
Still.
come over.
No.
This one runs over here to the edge, and you guys see him fumbling in a backpack.
Okay. He's gonna drop an anvil on you.
Bay.
It's my turn.
Yes.
I want to keep climbing up the ship.
Alright. I need you to make an athletics check.
Oh, Bay. 18.
Okay, you manage to keep climbing. Make it about halfway up.
Great. I want to spend my whole turn climbing.
Yeah, that's how you make it halfway.
Yeah.
Okay. Maricena, you can see out the window 7 is...
Okay,
Rummaging.
I
Yeah.
see that. I am going to. Is there? Is the window open? Or could
it can be opened.
Okay.
There's a little latch.
I'd like to take a 5-foot step toward it. Can I open it as my move action, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you...
So I'm gonna open it, and I'm going to attempt unwitting ally on the creature.
Alright.
It has to beat a 15 on its will save.
It does not.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so you befuddle the target's mind. The target has difficulty telling friend from foe for a short period of time. The subject is considered your ally and not your enemy's ally while determining flanking. The subject takes no other hostile actions towards your enemies due to this spell's effect.
Okay, so it's friendly towards you, yes?
Towards, yes.
Okay.
Help my friend up
And
there.
I'm going to say, well, quit standing around and help my friend up! And referred to Paizo Inc.
Roll influence.
Oh, okay, thank God. 17. It was almost a 1.
You see that they're holding an alchemist's fire, and they just...
Wait, what were they holding?
Alchemist's fire. Just... What?
Help our friend up, I said.
Okay, you're gonna see what happens next. Harry is no longer dying.
Excellent.
Mandelion, I'm assuming you continue to hold his wound.
What?
You're still maintaining Harry's cannon hole.
I guess.
Cannon scar. It's not scar yet. It's
Pyris
very much a wound.
sprints over, and you see Pyris looking down at you from the edge of the ship. Just, oh no. And the ship starts to pull away. Bay.
Hi guys, I'm gonna keep climbing the ship.
Make an athletics check.
I think I got skipped.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have to manualize.
Oh, I'm sorry, so we'll jump back. Lark. You climb the rope, I'm
Sybil
assuming?
jump back.
And then I'm gonna be like, fucking ready the cannons! Shoot the cannons! What is going on
The
here?
one guy next to you. Oh, fuck!
We have cannons!
Bay,
Fuckers.
I'm gonna keep climbing the ship.
make an athletics check.
21.
Okay. You make it almost to the top of the ship. You have another climb check left. Maricena.
I am going to.
Also
Since
point
I-
out all the cannons seem loaded.
Excellent. Cool.
That's
That's better. That's great. I'll do it.
I will take out my bow and I'll shoot Pyris.
Alright, roll to hit.
It's probably
Just
not
through the window,
going to.
just... Snipper hole!
Yeah.
That's
Shoot that.
a natural 19 plus 3 plus 2.
That hits.
Yeah.
24. And I forget what this does because I never use it, but 1d4.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
Play that little loop bow.
Heart bow.
Heart bow.
Heart
No,
bow.
Heart bow.
Mosquito bite. 3.
Yeah.
You see her as she, like, falls to the deck of the ship, just like, no. She looks right at you. You're on my list.
Oh, you're on mine too, darling.
And then there's a crack of thunder, and right next to you there's a potion of cure critical wounds with a note that says, "Stay safe."
Oh. Yoink. I'll take that. Well, that was nice. That was
Harry is
cure,
not
cure
dying.
what?
Cure critical.
Critical. Oh.
So this guy
Taking care of Queenie.
eventually reaches there. This one moves over to this cannon, and you see him point it right at you. And 7 looks to Pyris. Should I help them up? No! And he takes the alchemist's fire and drops it.
No! Fuck!
Meg, what is your AC?
15.
That hits. You take 3 points of fire damage
Cool.
and are currently on fire.
Great. This is about to get really scary for them then.
Because now the dinosaur is going to be flaming when it comes on the ship to eat your faces.
Out of curiosity, if I'm on fire and attack someone with my claws, do fire damage?
Sure. Just not as effectively as like a flaming weapon.
Yeah.
You'll deal like
1d4
1d4 minus 2 damage.
Yeah.
Still cool though.
Okay, so Bay, make an athletics check.
Yeah, stop rolling. Thank you. 18.
You do not make it as it is now liquid from the fire, and you fall from the ship and you hit the water.
Out of fire.
I mean, the fire's
Wait, what? Sorry, I didn't understand that. Why?
You are now, there is now a liquid that makes the ship more difficult to grab,
On fire
Oh, okay.
itself.
and you put out the fire, but you have sunken to the ocean again, and the ship is pulling away. It is about 10 feet away from you. Oh, we lost a Meg. I also love your dearest diary. Pirates attacked the ship and ruined everything.
What an awful day.
Is she trying to reconnect?
I think so.
Okay.
It looks like she's trying to
Kinda.
reconnect.
You still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my Discord freaked the fuck out. Because apparently I have a second camera attached, which I do not.
Oh, okay. So at this point, the ship is pulling away. You can attempt to get back on it. But there's also the rope on the other ship.
I can't leave the crowns. I have to get back on the ship.
Make an athletics check.
Bay, 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 bay.
Right, come on. Okay, we're rolling on the table up here because it keeps falling off my little side table. 21.
Okay, you manage to grab onto the ship again.
Yeah, I can't leave this crown.
Spider monkey.
Alright, so the ship is pulling away. Maricena?
Do I still see Pyris?
Yes.
Pyris. I'm gonna shoot her again.
Okay.
Get down, motherfucker! Okay, that's probably not gonna hit. That's 14. No, probably not.
Tink, it goes off the bottom. She's like, she kind of glares at you.
I'm just gonna blow her kiss.
All right. She's pissed.
I'm sure.
Harry is still not dying. Mandalorian, are you maintaining the cannon hole?
Yes. I
Okay.
can't let Harry die.
Are you commanding the other officers, the sailors, to do anything? Get away from my Harry, let me take care of this.
I've never thought about
Quit just hovering around.
I would think they would be able to figure out shit on their own, but...
They're not, they need direction.
They're
Go
dumb.
help. Go help, people!
Our crew
How?
is quite...
Fire the cannons!
Yes! Fire the cannons!
You just hear Lark yelling, Fire the cannons!
Please,
These
do
two move over
something.
and fire the cannon.
Anything.
They really cannot do anything.
They both hit.
It's like they've never been under an attack before. It's like they've never used the cannons before.
And you
Probably
see as there's
not.
2 holes blown in the side of the ship.
Is 3 toast then?
No, 3 is hanging onto the edge.
That was prepared. Okay. My turn.
Yes, Lark.
I'm going to fire the cannon.
Alright, I need you to make an attack roll.
I'd like it to hit the obvious 4
Okay.
and try to hit Pyris too.
Okay, so you're gonna aim for the ship then?
You're just gonna shoot the cannon?
I want to, try to.
Split the difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
No, I'm gonna go directly for Pyris with the cannon.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That would be a 23, 24, 25, 25.
That does hit.
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll roll the damage.
I don't know what this cannon is.
They're all a little different. Like there's the big one.
Oh, but they came in front.
Right, you deal
Come on.
9 points of damage, and Pyris is blown back and collapses.
Ooh.
And I'm
And
going
Bay.
to directly yell to the man next to me, "Fire the other cannons!" Still bleeding and
Bay,
bleeding.
I need you to make a reflex save to hold on to the ship.
Where's the phone? Did I put my phone? Where's my reflex save? It is 7 plus reflex. Jesus. 23.
You manage to hold on to the ship as it's jostling you around.
I have a good reflex, apparently.
Alright, so it's lower.
Orange. Orange. Second orange. Red orange. Some orange. Ah, boy, orange. I'm proud of you.
And takes the cannon and points at 7.
Proud of you. Don't fuck this up. Otherwise, we will throw you off. You're just-
Hits 7.
Okay, you're not dead.
7's head is blown clean off. Bay, I need you to make another reflex save.
Right.
Jesus. 25.
Okay?
Is that just the body that goes flailing?
Yeah.
Lip noodle jiggle physics?
Alright. So,
That's not what they call it in games, is it? It's
4
Ragdoll physics?
runs over
That's what I was
and
looking
looks
for.
down
Fucking assholes.
and casts grease on the side of the ship.
Hang on!
Make a reflex save at disadvantage.
15 and a 19, so 21.
Okay. You continue to hold on to the ship, but you are now covered in grease. Marcena.
I'm gonna shoot at number 4.
I'm sorry, I missed Faye. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Faye.
that's right. You're right.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay. Roll athletics at disadvantage.
crash the ship into the
17 and an 18.
No.
I'm
No,
rolling
it's not a
really
good
well,
idea.
and
No, it's
I
not a
didn't
good
want to
idea.
point it out because
No.
I'm so afraid the second I say that it's
No.
not going to be the case.
Well, I'm not on the other side, so I'm
So
down to
17, so 19.
that's what I thought.
Okay, you managed to make it. You can't climb as well, but the ship is now pulling away. You're about 40 feet away from your current ship.
Okay. I gotta get these grounds.
Okay.
Hear everything faster.
Okay.
Marcena.
I'm gonna turn towards the guy to the left of me who's like the captain, right?
He's the person that was sitting up in the
Oh, the
Perlin.
crow's nest. Perlin! Do not let the ship get away!
Save our friends.
We have.
Do not let that ship get away! And then I'm gonna shoot at number 4.
Right, roll to hit.
No, probably not. It's like a 7.
Alright. Shoots over. Kind of notches right above Bay.
Crash the ship into it if you have to! Don't let them get away!
Perlin disappears from your view.
Oh boy. I want to be on top of that ship.
Mandalion, I'm assuming you're maintaining Harry. Harry looks stable.
Oh!
Kiss him back to life.
Kiss of life! Kiss of love!
I can't hear you.
I said, so if I let go, he's not gonna die.
Correct.
And let's see.
I mean, your other cleric's on the other ship. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Who are the bad guys?
This one who has given up. This one is actually like down here because I've got to move them. All of these ones.
7 is just a dead ragdoll body.
Oh, that's right.
He blew his head clean off. Bad boy. And 3 has to be on the last leg of his existence.
I wish I could point there. A guy.
This is you.
Yep, that's me. Who's the red guy above there?
Friend.
Okay, what is that? A cannon?
Cannon, 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 cannon.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the cannon and fire it.
All right.
Yeah.
Take your. I guess you take the sword and you smack it against the edge of the ship, generating spark, or the edge of the cannon, generating sparks.
Magic.
Roll an attack, which is roll a d20.
Where do you want to shoot it?
I want to shoot it to the
People?
left, kind of. Yep.
Do you want to shoot the mast? Do you want to shoot the people that are gathering around Bay?
Well.
You want to just
Okay, yeah.
wreck number 3's shit?
Just ruin his day.
Just ruin his day.
Who's number?
3's up towards the front of the ship.
He's hanging on by a thread of his life.
No, let's shoot the other way. Let's shoot down.
Towards Bay.
I can't reach Pyris, right?
Pyris is down.
Yeah, she's unconscious or bleeding.
So is she dead?
You cannot tell from this distance.
Can I shoot cannon at her anyway?
You can certainly
Yes.
try.
Yes.
Overkill!
Make her for realsies dead, please. Like ultra dead.
I'm gonna try to shoot the cannon in that direction.
I love it.
All right, roll a d20 for me.
This is such a bad idea because I've had terrible
20.
Do I add anything to it?
No.
13.
13's not bad.
13 does not hit Pyris,
Still hits the ship.
It might hit the shit.
Yeah.
but does hit the ship. Bay, I need you to make a reflex save.
Sorry.
At disadvantage.
Close to it, yeah.
Yeah, 14 and the 17, so 20.
All right.
You've been shaking this entire time because we've been shooting the ship, and I haven't heard one goddamn Pirates of the Caribbean reference after you, and I'm sorely disappointed, Meg.
You know why, Cooper?
Because Pirates of the Caribbean is a franchise that we don't own.
Because it's not my ship.
It could be. Pyris is down. This could be your ship.
That's what I'm hoping.
All right.
As well for me.
Quit blowing holes in my potential.
Lark.
We've expended all of our load, so I can either
Yes.
start prepping again and fluffing,
Oh my god.
or I
I knew you were going
can.
to say that.
I would say it's most likely probably a full round to
Yes.
prep things out. I'm gonna. How far away did you say we are now? Like 40 feet
Well, it's about
Okay.
60 feet now.
apart from one another. I really think that's more or less all I can do. So I will prep out another load.
Okay. 4 looks down at Bay and casts Ignite.
Oh fuck.
And the side of the ship is now on fire. I need you... Well, I guess you just take damage. You take 4 points of fire damage.
Well, that's not bad though.
Still doing all right.
Rage.
Yeah, I was pretty much at full health when I climbed onto the ship.
It's true.
I'm pretty okay.
And now the grease is gone.
The grease is on fire.
Oh yeah, the grease on fire. Fun round of grease.
All
But
right.
On a happy note, the barnacles are on fire.
3
No.
runs over to the cannon
Oh, you son of a bitch.
God.
and points it at Lark,
Yeah, it's not good.
as he is the only one who seems to be barking orders. What is your AC?
22.
You take 13 points of damage
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
I'm unconscious.
So no,
and
you're
are
not
blown
unconscious,
back
you're
into the
just-
side of the ship.
Or no, you.
Exactly.
Did you just say
No, you're exactly 0. So you're.
I'm not dying. I'm
You're
just
not dying. You're just
unconscious.
unconscious. Yeah.
Yeah, so
My ragdoll jiggle physics body just went flailing, and I'm still breathing and just fine, but I am like strung, hanging like off like the rigging.
Aw.
unconscious.
That's a very beautiful way to
This has
paint
been
it.
a hell of an ordeal for you.
For being a martial class, I'm really not a very good fighter here.
It's fine. You kind of got the shaft on a few things today, so.
Well, that cannon is now ready to fire because I was a fluffer.
You watch as Pyris's eyes open and just.
You hear that, Mandalorian?
I heard that.
That my cannon is ready to fire.
So she
you
had
do
to
you.
get up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But she can get up
And
using
move?
her,
Action move.
her panache. She stands up and just walks over and looks over the edge of the ship. All right, we'll go from here. They.
I would like to continue to find the ship while on fire, please.
Okay, so you take 5 points of fire damage,
That's okay.
and I need you to make an athletics check at disadvantage.
Hold on, I'm taking the number out. I'm bad with math. Oh, that's mean. I rolled a 19 and a natural 20. So, I mean, that's still, what is my life? 2, so it's still 21, but, like, I have the natural 20. I've been rolling insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Getting on this ship, you're going to just be.
Yeah.
Like there's
I don't know what this is.
no
I'm
end for you.
afraid
here.
that it's all gonna, like, change in, like, 5 seconds. It's gonna get me up there, and then it's gonna be nothing but one.
Oh, you're going to die here.
Yeah.
I'm switching dice. This seems unfair. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, why don't
Dice.
use the dice roller?
Okay.
So
I'm not sure how to do that, but I'll figure it out.
So like, you type like exclamation point roll and then D20.
Okay. I will.
Oh, it's not added into this
Oh,
chat.
it's not added into this chat. Well, poop.
You can
Okay.
use it on the 3 to a screen on the left side. 3 to screen plays.
I will try. Yeah, because this seems unfair, even to me. And I'm the one getting them. Roll. How do I do this? Did I do it?
Can we take a break? I have to do that.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a brief break so we can show Meg how to do this. We'll be right back.
Please. Help. How do we...
at this point we are back. I think Meredith is,
Hold on.
Oh,
She's here.
She's here.
Okay,
She's
I'm
here.
here.
alright. So at this point, I forgot where we were.
I'm climbing a ship.
Well, I forgot where in the turn order we were. Who went last?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's still held on.
Okay, Maricena.
I am going to try my best. I'm going to cast Mage Hand on Pyris's hair to try and yank at it, to just get under her skin,
Okay.
and be like, come on, you fucking wench, let's see it.
Make a strength check, I guess.
I mean, it does 5 pounds worth of...
Yeah.
Okay.
I still just want to see,
Okay,
like,
just out of curiosity, that's a 3.
her hair
Because I...
moves up into, like, this ponytail a little bit. It's like, just,
I guess.
That's
I'm
not the effect
nagging,
I was
nagging.
looking for, but okay.
and then just grabs it. It just,
Yeah, I was just
Ow.
gonna tug at it.
Yeah, it's just like-
a child would.
oh.
Yeah, like
Ah.
like a
Get gentle.
Oh, so like a,
yeah, it's like 5.
Oh.
Like Mage Hand does 5 pounds worth of.
yeah, it's,
poison. So I mean, it would be like a tug.
yeah, just,
Not like a yanking tug, but it would just be like a. I want to taunt her. This is what I'm trying to do. I just want to taunt her.
roll influence.
Okay. I mean, like it's your call, but I just yeah.
No, I just misunderstood. Roll influence.
21.
She's freaking pissed. She has a dent in her. You see that the armor she was wearing is currently like flickering in and out, and you realize that her clothing was actually like a glamoured armor.
I'm just gonna blow her another kiss, like,
Just
come on, baby, let's tussle.
I still like the thought that it's like this.
She could rip me in. Honestly, like, I shouldn't be taunting her because she could literally pick me up and rip me in half without trying, but
dandelion.
that's okay. It's a good way to die.
Okay, so if I recall correctly,
My cannon is loaded.
it's loaded.
That's it. All the others
And
are
it's the
expended.
Right to the left of where I am.
That's the empty one. So 2 down.
2 down. Okay. I'm gonna run down and shoot that.
Okay, roll the hit.
Okay. And I'm aiming at, the main bitch.
Okay, roll the hit.
Ooh, 17.
That does not hit, but it does hit the ship.
Nice attempt.
That was an admirable blow shot.
Something.
Blow shot.
There's a hole in the ship bay. I need you to make 2 reflex saves at disadvantage.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, babe.
I'm sorry, a reflex save at disadvantage.
I'm doing that thing because I don't know. No, sorry, I'm in the wrong one. Aren't I? Yes, this one? Oh, I got it. Wait, come back. This one. I'm still learning how to do this. Uh, 9.
Alright. You have fallen from the ship.
Can I grab onto the ship again?
No, not until your turn. But, let's see. Who do we go? It was Mandelion, Lark.
I am.
Oh, that's right. Oh shit, I'm sorry.
I'm like,
So elegant.
yeah.
So elegant.
I'm not. I'm just hung up in straps and ropes and dangling and. I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of like a monkey's knot. I'm just for decoration.
At this point, Pyris points down at you and her ring glistens. I need you to make a will save.
Me?
Yes.
11.
You are now held in place and start to slowly sink.
Oh, shit.
And you are like that for 2 rounds.
Oh, I still have air bubble.
Yeah.
How long does air bubble last?
I'm looking
For
now.
like an
I think it's a
hour?
minute
Yeah,
per.
I thought it was an hour per caster
Oh, okay.
level.
Yeah. I could be thinking
I'm
of the
looking
greater
right now.
one though, because Garen had that spell.
I
But
think I think it is
the
an hour.
greater, but
yeah.
I think it is an hour. So
It's fine. Either way, it's not immediately a problem.
Okay.
So the ship.
1 minute per caster level.
All right. So at this point, the ship is careening hard left, and you watch as the sails unfurl and the ship starts pulling far ahead. Your current ship attempts to make a left turn to try and keep up, but having only 2 sails is not looking like it will be able to keep
I'm gonna shout.
pace.
Can I shout at our friend who's manning the thing
Yeah, as
and just say,
Perlin is.
Perlin, stop! We need to get our friend in the water.
Okay,
Yeah.
drop anchor. The anchor plunges off
I would
the
rather
ship.
say Faye than go pursue the ship
Okay,
if that's in my hands to call. But
so the anchor is currently dropped.
Can we still fire?
Yeah, I'll come back. Get the crowns.
The ship is pointed towards it. You could maybe fire this one, but it does not look armed.
I want to come to thing.
Okay. So as the ship,
Melee, it's all you.
so you can roll to become conscious.
I can?
Yeah, just roll a d20.
you could have rolled for last turn too.
Okay.
I mean,
Is
you
it
probably
like
can't
a,
now.
is
You
it
just
like
have
a
to-
stabilize roll and then that wakes you up?
You just have to roll a d20 and
become
beat
conscious.
10 at this
Yeah.
point.
Can he get one for the last time he was?
Sure.
The last turn? Just
Sorry.
17!
Alright, so your eyes flutter open. You are staggered. You can either move or attack, but not both.
I would like to try and get myself out of the rigging.
Sure. You manage with enough slow movement to get
no
out.
longer be a Renaissance
But-
painting over the top of this camp.
You have this giant dent in your armor, and it hurts to breathe.
Yeah, it's not a dent. I have
It's
leather
like
armor.
in-
this just
That's
hurts.
actually the dent in your chest.
Hey, Harry! We're gonna have matching scars!
You see Harry is still not moving.
Oh!
So
I'll
at this
tell you later.
we're gonna end combat.
Boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
As the ship pulls away. Bay, do you grab hold of the rigging?
I mean, there's no way for me to catch up with the ship at all. I'm completely fucked on my count.
Yes, you cannot swim faster than the ship.
Then yeah, I'll get back up on our ship.
Okay.
I'll throw down a rope.
The rope is already thrown down by
Oh, right.
Perlin
Yeah,
before.
That's right, okay.
So, you climb up the ship.
I'm gonna go sit on number 2, just be like, I'm just gonna pat him and just sit on top of him.
What are you going to do to me? I didn't do anything.
Oh,
I was
I'm
very
gonna
nice.
stroke him with my finger and say, "Oh, darling, you don't want to know the things my friends and I will do to you."
Roll influence.
Can I just go stand right behind her and shift into a dinosaur?
24.
And I would like
Sure.
to say, I've once seen that little one crawl inside a man through his rectum and eat her way out from the inside.
Oh, that's just a regular Tuesday for me. Oh wait, no, whatever day for me, darling.
He is crying.
You are going to
Save
tell
your
me.
tears for when you really need them, darling.
And you hear a crunch as he bites down on something.
Fucking hell! Of course, he's got a goddamn.
I just bite his tongue.
You
Is
could...
it the tongue
I'm
or
gonna
is it a
heal.
cyanide?
I'll heal check.
Alright, it looks like he's bitten something, but you could attempt
I'm gonna do the
with
like.
your if you haven't anti-venom kit, you could try and assist it and prevent him from dying.
I mean, the only thing I have is a cure disease potion, and I don't think that'll.
Can I jump in here? I have 1 spell slot left and 1 weird fucking spell to put in.
Do it.
'Cause
Okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
know what we'd be doing on the
I'm
ship.
gonna, while you're doing that, I'm gonna squeeze his cheeks like you squeeze a dog's mouth, like, get it out of your mouth!
Right.
He spits on your
Okay.
face.
I cast slow poison.
He just... Does he... I guess he would get a save against that, right?
Oh, look.
I think if it's... I think anyone can... You can get a save against any spell.
That's true.
Yeah.
Delay poison?
Might have to be an attack, but... what is it? Where is it? Delay or slow?
I can't. I haven't rolled above like a 10 today, except for that one shot.
It lasts for 3 hours.
I'm going to.
And he's temporarily immune to poison.
I'm gonna look at Bay and say, "Wench his mouth open." Can you hold
it's
it?
gonna be okay.
I know.
It's not going to be...
I know, but can you just hold his mouth open?
Okay.
Okay.
Bay pries his mouth open.
I'm gonna prestidigitate the shit out of his mouth. Just in case any of that could do anything
And
else.
you see that there's giant tears. I'm sorry, Mom.
You are
I'm
going
gonna
to
look him in the eyes, and I'm gonna pat his cheek and say, "Well, if you tell us all the things we need, there's a chance you might be spared." And I'm gonna walk off. I'm gonna walk over to kind of assess what's going on. Do I see Harry?
Yeah, Harry is just lying there limp.
Okay.
He seems to be breathing, but it's labored.
I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm going to take out of my satchel the cure critical wounds, and I'm going to say, "I didn't need it, but I need you to heal me, or for healing, so I'm gonna uncork it and give it to him."
Roll 4d6.
This is an investment.
Plus-
D6 or D4?
I think it's d6. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Cure.
I've never had to use a critical wound.
I have never had to use critical wounds either. 4d8.
48. Oh. Oh yeah, that's right, because D8s. Okay.
4d8 plus
So 10.
plus 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Here's 3.
Okay. Plus 10?
Plus 10.
Okay, so that's gonna be
Oh, shit.
This is a
6,
very well crafted.
12, 20, so 30.
You watch as his chest kind of. There's still like a waver in his body, but and then his eyes just. Oh God!
Packrat, come help me roll this off of him. Hey!
Make a strength check.
I'm assuming it's not gonna work because I'm fucking small fry, but 7. I didn't even mean to roll that, but 7.
With his chest popping, you actually manage to go, and it rolls away.
Harry, we're gonna have matching scars.
You get hit by a cannon too.
I did.
I'm gonna need
You look really good for being hit by a cannon. Your beard's a little singed, and he kind of collapses into exhaustion.
You always look good, buddy.
And with the newly crying, attempted to poison himself dude with a clean mouth, free of plaque and tartar.
Can I just say one thing for the record?
Yeah.
I'm going to be staying in my dinosaur form with my claws to his throat.
That's
I'm not gonna do
fair.
anything. I'm just gonna stay like that so he doesn't go anywhere.
Try to jump off the ship or anything. Okay.
Alright, and with that, that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
We scared him too much.
He shit himself at least once.
I'm going to make a note in my notebook to, since I'm kind of making the rounds, because I don't get hit or anything, while I'm assessing to see if there was anything dropped on the ship or like anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could do it like.
Dead body.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
do it
you
like
can,
next.
we'll have you loot at the
Yeah, I'm
beginning of
gonna
next
write
one.
that as a
Because
note,
we have
but
one
don't let
dead
me forget.
body.
You have one dead body.
Yeah, because Mandalorian killed somebody.
Yeah, I just want
Yes.
to see if there's anything that they dropped or like anything that, like any.
I will make a
clues.
note on here that Mara Senna loots.
Roll to loot next game.
I would like to loot too.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess with that, we're going to end it for tonight, and we will be back on the 23rd of April, so in 2 weeks. So thank you all for joining us. There were significantly less breaks than expected. I didn't expect the battle to go on nearly as long as it did.
I hope I sufficiently annoyed the shit out of the opposing crew.
Oh, nat 20 annoyance. She is pissed at you. She remembers your face more than she remembers anyone else's.
Oh, baby.
All
I
right.
like that spiciness. Come at me, baby.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you in a couple weeks.
Yay!
Stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay safe, stay healthy.
Cut your hands off.
Don't breathe.